entertained, I guess. We should be live here in just a moment. Just go with my.
no.
All right, we're live. I'm gonna go make my coffee. You.
All right, sounds good.
Crap.
You're all
Hold on,
shit.
hold on.
I hate you all.
Everybody leave.
Everyone
I
leave.
got it. Hold on, I got it.
Oh, there we go.
Jingle keys.
Jiggle the keys, yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna plug something real quick. What do you guys think of the call that I uploaded?
Oh, it was fucking phenomenal. It was great. I like the aftermath, the after messages to Leo. I don't know if you saw those.
Oh, he did. I
Yeah,
read
I
out
saw
most of
those.
them. I read out most of them in a call earlier this week. But the best part is, like, after that last message I put there, I tore him down again. He's like, "Well, I guess we're done then." And I was able to get one last message off that I know he got. I know he got it because right after that he blocked me on DeviantArt. I got the last word in, slut.
He just sits there in the entire call and he just takes it. I'm like, what are you doing? Just leave. Just leave. You don't have to be here. You fucking moron.
I love all the assumptions he's making. Well, you think you're a big bad alpha male? I'm like, what are you talking about? You absolute moron.
Yeah, he says things like this, but yet in the call and in any other conversation, you've never explicitly used the fact that you're alpha or something to beat him into submission. I mean, it's fucking autism. Like, what are you talking?
Well, that, and I learned a long time ago that a rich man never needs to tell you that he's rich. And whenever these people go around saying, "Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm this. I'm an alpha male," like, you're not.
He's interpreting you as an alpha male, right?
Yes.
That's what's happening, right? Which is fucking hilarious because he thinks you're, I don't know, some Chad alpha who's just fucking pussy left and right. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ.
For those of you who are confused what we're talking about, you can go on my channel. There's a video there called Barrel Calls Alex, and that's what we're talking about, basically. So, just so you have context, whoever gives a fuck.
And this all started because this guy was defending some other goon who doesn't know that the word no or stop means no and stop.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't it because of the guy that was pestering Lightning Bliss and all these other autists?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
people were bothering. This dude was doing really terrible art. And usually I don't denigrate somebody's art, but there's no excuse for this. But he would just keep tagging them and doing fan art and demand their attention.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where they're like, we've had enough. So they try to get him on stream with Anthony. He completely pusses out. He never shows up. But in the comment section on DeviantArt, he's still doing all this. And he got called out. And this guy starts white knighting for him. Just completely white. Mm-hmm. So I had who was it? Aria Diamond tapped me on the shoulder. Was like, hey, this guy's giving me and others a whole bunch of grief, and he won't leave us alone. What do you recommend I do? And instead of making a recommendation, I decided to have some fun. I just started bodying this guy, and that's how this all ultimately came out.
Fair enough.
There's two funny sides to it. It's number one, why the fuck do you care? This guy is drawing art and tagging you. Gives a shit, ignore it or call him a faggot.
Because what he'll do.
Number two, why is this guy, like, this guy's obviously just a star fucking autist who has no friends and wants to, ascend the brownie hierarchy. He's basically like Anthony. It's indistinguishable.
Well, the thing is, when it comes to the why didn't they just tell him to piss off? They did. He would just keep spamming their comment section and their.
Well, whatever.
You wouldn't leave them alone. Is what I'm getting at.
Because Leo, their reaction to that is more dramatic than ours would ever be.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Well, we all.
Well, in fairness, I'm just saying that they're fucking cringe lord autists who don't have good emotional regulation. So.
Well, in all fairness, our reaction to those things are usually, "Oh, somebody's trying to give us grief. This is going to be entertaining."
Yeah, exactly.
It's the opposite of ignoring it or just going about your day.
The thing is, before I pulled him into Barrel. Or before he actually clicked on the link, he said he's been here before, but I can't recall him ever being here before.
No, I saw that
come through here.
Well, I mean, they do. It is kind of like the Arkham Asylum of the brony community.
Come past, dear passenger. What would you like on your stop?
Who would you like to yell at you today?
Make your selection.
Still waiting up on Min, I guess. I should call it away.
That's fine.
By your mammy.
All right, so let's discuss the things that we can. So we're going to be talking about Mint, kind of in a situation, in this perpetual situation.
Who's that? I don't know who that is. I'm just a random guy who's come across this stream. Who's that? Who?
What the fuck is
Who
Mint?
the fuck is Who the fuck is Vida? Who's that?
Good question. Sounds like a faggot.
What's a samaflange?
The fuck's a salmon?
So I guess all you really need to know is Mintheart's just this weird brony 17-year-old now. I don't know how old she is.
Oh, are you getting context? Holy shit! Okay.
That's what I mean to say. It's like
It
who's
is a 17. Like actually, I'd say correct pedophiles, that sort. And she's always had an issue with saying no.
exactly?
I mean,
She's literally a predator lolly.
I wouldn't say literally, not like she's going after it,
Yes,
but
literally, actually a predator lolly.
okay, donut. Okay, donut.
Man, no, but that is an interesting phenomena that we have watched because it's not just Mint. It's all these fucking. It's
Lots
all
of
these
younger
underage kids.
girls. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I
it's-
do understand because that seems cool. I get this older guy who's taking it.
Well, they're reproductive
don't-
teenagers. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I don't think that's the case. I mean, it could be the case, but I think personally it's the case of I don't want drama. I'll just be nice to this guy and just not talk about it.
Yeah, but Jace,
You know what
there's
I mean?
also a lot of instances of these people like flirting back sincerely and shit.
Yeah, yeah. Again, out of
I
you
don't know, man. I don't. I'm not.
there's many reasons. There's many reasons that could be.
Sure,
the
there's
case.
many.
Hold on,
Yeah,
I just want
yeah.
to check real quick the people who are in the chat. My mic's cutting out quite a bit. Can you guys hear me? Am I good?
No.
No,
yeah, your
you're
mic's
fine.
not cutting out for us.
Well, that's because I have a noise gate on the stream, so it can't.
Oh yeah, your threshold's probably too high.
Yeah, that's why I'm seeing if it's any better now.
Noise gate?
Basically, it says, "Hey, there's not enough sound coming through. Don't broadcast any sound."
The point of it is to stop microphone hissing and background noise.
That's kind of neat. Didn't know that existed.
You might want to disable it though, if that's the case.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Adjust the
Go ahead.
levers.
But back to the point while he's fixing it. The thing is that we observe this with all of them. It's not just Mint, right? It's just that we have Mint here that can talk about this, and you know, it's really because what usually happens when we ask her these questions here in this room, me and Leo just kind of, well, I mean Leo mainly, just start grilling her, and I guess she starts feeling bad about it or whatever, and that's when she usually dips from the room, you know, and that's it.
Well, the thing is,
Talking real quick. Tell me how it is in the chat.
Go ahead.
I'm trying
go
really
ahead.
hard to fight my predisposed anger, for lack of a better word, because if this was like the first, maybe the second time we were dealing with this concerning Mint, I wouldn't be having my eyebrows raised, but this is apparently, what, third or fourth time something like this has happened. I'm not going to name any specifics here because some of them we're not going to, and just keep that in mind. But, like...
Oh, speaking of, hello.
While we should
Hey,
never
guys.
blame victims for what's going on, I have to ask Mint,
Oh,
Mint,
boy. Yes, Leo.
why does this keep happening on your end? Why don't you just tell
Right,
these fools
hold
to piss
on.
off?
Let's have Vida fix his mic first, and then we'll.
Vida, get back here!
Sorry,
Again,
I'm late. I
we'll-
woke up like 20 minutes ago.
Well,
Actually,
you
I think I
woke
was.
up. Vida told us your
I-
mom called you away.
Well, no. Well, I did. She did. I woke up about 20 minutes ago, and then my mom called
All
me
right.
away.
Real quick, my filter is completely fucking off at this point. There's no noise gate. Am I good?
Yes, to me.
I mean, it's not. It's to you, Leo. He's asking the
Big boy.
chat, not us.
I know. I'm just
You-
messing with him.
You old boomer dumbass.
You're the one that fell. You're the one that fell for the
Fucking
Joe Mama
retard.
joke.
Holy shit.
You
God.
don't know what noise gate is. Come on, old man. Keep up with the tech.
Last gate I knew was Watergate.
Gamergate.
Make it.
Ugh.
2.0. 2.0, man.
2.0. Have Donald tweet about it. Yeah, it's a great
Okay, but
point.
no. All jokes aside, Jace, how in the world did you fall for a Joe Mama joke? How old are you?
Oh fuck, he shared it. God damn it.
He tried it on
You
me.
fell for a Joe Mama joke.
He tried
Yeah,
it
I
on me
did.
and thought that you told me about it.
God,
Well,
that's
I'm not from US of A. Let's remember that. So I don't have all the context
no
to all the
excuses.
jokes.
No excuses. no
Yeah,
excuses.
that's an excuse. That's an
Nope.
excuse. That's a proper excuse. I
Denied.
know what you're talking about.
Verbo-
Что? Что? Ты кто такой? Что? Я не понимаю.
Burrito, taquitos, banana.
See? Like,
I
I
just
don't
get
understand.
dropped into the fucking USSR. What's going on?
Hello, comrade. We would like all of your things. They will be our things now.
Oh, it's fairly distributed. It's not just your things. It's our things. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah, fairly
about.
distributed. All to me.
Vida, did you fucking figure out your shit?
Yeah, no, we're good now. Apparently, turning off the gate completely fixed it.
Then
Okay.
again, considering it's Sheldon, we're talking about what am I going to get? A skateboard and some My Little Pony plushes.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
No, thank you.
Although I can make your noise gate work, unlike Vida. So there's that.
Yeah, shut up, bitch.
All right.
The salt.
Are we gonna get down to this now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
let's do
ahead
it.
and
Let's do it. Let's roll.
All right, man. How many people?
Fair warning, I just got my doggo. So if you hear any noises, that's probably gonna be him.
That's when you turn to the dog and like, hey, shut up.
If it makes noise, you just have to kick it. It's fine.
I can't
Sheldon.
confirm.
Rita!
Rita, I'm sorry, what?
Read on Repulsa. You're going
Rita.
to attack the Power Rangers.
I mean, Vida with a B.
Biddy,
Yeah.
yes. All right, so
Okay.
let's go ahead and get on track. How many men have been busted going after men up until this point?
And let's not name too many names here, gentlemen. You know why.
Numbers. He's asking for numbers.
Yeah,
I got
numbers.
3 in my head right now.
Number 15.
4. I got 4.
4.
Four predators.
Well, there
Yeah.
was Grizzly. There was
I meant names.
Names.
No bueno. No bueno.
Oh.
Numbers, not names.
okay,
Dummy.
no, okay, read.
Why
Where
not?
have we
though?
been there?
Why not?
We'll get to that later on.
Oh,
Okay.
But yeah, it's repetitive. It always happens over and over and over again. And the big issue when this happens is that you just seem incapable of saying no, like no matter what happens. And
Or fuck off or whatever.
and quite often you end up going along with it. And I was just wondering why.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
I don't buy it.
Well,
No.
Mintar essentially, Mintar can't control her vagina. That's what this is.
whenever we talk to you about this, and specifically Leo, because he gets really aggressive about it, you know.
Did you just roll your R's at me?
Yes.
Amazing.
The thing is that you know the I don't know about his aggression, but to me, I'm just curious because you're not the only one. There's like a bunch of these other kids that fucking go along with it or just sweep it under the rug, and then months later, hey guys, there's this predator that I had in my DMs for like a month. You know, like fuck, where were you earlier? You know what I mean? So I'm just curious, what's the case here? What's the problem with all of these kids? You know, not just you specifically, but
Well, I can't speak for everyone, Jace.
no, I know, but what you're saying that you don't know, so like you legitimately
If I
don't
had
understand.
I don't really. If I had to take my best guess, it'd be. I've been told this too, that I'm just too fucking friendly. I don't know. It plays more to getting them attracted to me, but then they befriend me, and as we'll get into later, I guess. I have a serious problem with being manipulated. Vida knows a lot of my story because he's been around me the longest.
Yeah, but dude, like we know you've got dick pics and been like, oh yeah,
Hold on.
oh or
In
whatever.
regards,
Not
Like,
really.
dude, you can
Oh,
just
yeah.
politely say, "Go away, please," but you don't. That's our point here.
It's a long story, Sheldon. I have
Hold
a
on.
big issue
It's
with
a
it.
long
you know?
story.
hold
Hold
on.
on, shut up,
That
Sheldon.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Knickers. Like I was saying,
Knickers?
yes, Knickers, yes, that old person. But Mint, you said you have an issue being manipulated, and what's the reason for that? What causes that? Why does it keep happening?
I'm not quite sure.
You have an idea though.
I would say it started with Keyblade, you know, seeing as he was the very first pedophile I ever came across. And you know, I was 13. I had just gotten on the internet. Chip, please.
Kick the dog.
I'm not kicking the dog.
No balls.
God fucking damn it! Holy shit.
But yeah, let's carry on. So for Keyblade or whatever the fuck his name
Yes,
is.
Keyblade. It's been ages, so I don't remember
Same.
Okay.
the Keyblade
Okay, so-
situation.
Keyblade, he was just some random brony who did videos as you did back in the day. There was this kid, Glitzy Glam, she was 14, and her parents found out she was talking to older dudes on the internet, and they didn't like that. So they yanked her away, and Keyblade, who saw her as like a fandom sister and like a best friend, he got like really upset about it, and he claimed to be depressed because his best friend was gone off the internet. I only met him after I had joined Limbo for the first time. I was approached by Foxwell, and he's like, "Hey, I have this group, with a bunch of my friends," and he asked if I wanted it, and I'm just like, "Okay, sure, why not?" So I joined the group, and I noticed that Keyblade was there because he had said something. I'm like, "Oh, it's Keyblade." I had heard about this dude from multiple people, like Pastel Pros, and I think even like Anthony. And he messaged me. He sent me a friend request, and he messaged me. He's like, "Hi." I'm like, "Oh, hey." And he asked me, "Do you know who I am?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And he said, "Oh, so does that mean you wouldn't want to talk to me or be my friend?" And I felt kind of bad for this dude. I'm like, "Okay, well maybe he's not so bad. He doesn't seem like bad." I'm like, "No, I can form my own opinion. I like to give people a second chance." And so we started talking more, and he was the first to be like, "Hey, can I kiss you?" That sweet, juicy ERP way.
Ah. Ah.
Mm.
It, me being the stupid, naive, ridiculously dumb 13-year-old who just loved to roleplay back in the day, I said, "Sure."
Well, I mean, okay, well, let's remember that time. Did you feel like when he said that, did you feel like, I don't know, some sort of enjoyment out of it? It's like, oh, this guy really thinks that I'm attractive? Like, that type of shit? Did you feel that at the time?
No, not really. It was just, I was a mixture of surprised and, I guess excited at the fact that, hey, there's this dude, I guess a little bit. Not
Okay.
much, though, to the point where I'm, like, 110% into it. So we
Okay.
did the gay roleplay kiss, and then he was, like, I guess he became my boyfriend after that, if you want to call him that.
Ah.
What all did that entail?
Not really. We never really did anything. There was this like anonymous chat group thingy called Chatsy, and he used to give me links to that all the time, so we could like go in there and do quote unquote couple things. Sheldon, hello.
So he used an anonymous chat website to do couple things with you when you were 13?
Yes. He was 19, so this was like a 6-year age difference, and I never saw anything wrong with it because I was a stupid little kid. But he always told me, "Hey, don't tell anyone about this. No one can ever know," which makes sense,
Oops.
I guess, to me because I'm like, well, he's older than me. People aren't probably going to be too happy about that. We never really did anything like lewd. I guess the only really thing he ever did was roleplay massage my butt, which I don't fucking understand.
Ah.
Yeah, I like thinking back on it now. It was very uncomfortable. I'm just like, okay.
All right, so that's the first experience. We're not gonna go through every experience.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Do you
No,
feel
that'd
like
take too long.
do you feel like that shaped your mindsets or like how you interact with people in general at all moving forward?
Definitely, because not only did Keyblade do all this weird like roleplay stuff with me, but he was emotionally manipulative, and I don't want to, I guess abusive. He would constantly talk about how sad he was and how he, didn't want to live and how no one liked him, and that like really messed me up simply because I had a friend who had killed herself. So having this person who is, supposed to be my partner, who is here talking about how they want to kill themselves, obviously is gonna freak me way the fuck out. And he would make me feel bad sometimes too. There was this one time where my family went out for a movie, and he wanted to do a call with me, and I was really nervous about it, and I kept messing it up, and my audio wasn't working, and so he just kind of like, he kind of used that against me. He's like, "Oh, we were supposed to call, and you're not really working that with me. Do you not want to talk to me or something?" It just made me feel bad because, of course, he's supposed to be my boyfriend. Of course, I wanted to talk to him.
Okay. Well, I'll cut this short. Is that I'm feeling like that explains a lot. Because if he manipulated with his suicide or whatever the fuck, and you felt guilty, I think that shaped your future interactions in general, not even coming to people who are like, can I RP butt massage you? Like I think it's because you feel guilty, right? You want to be nice to these people for some reason. You don't want to cause drama with these people, do you? A lot of the times.
And it's not only that. Like before I even went onto Skype, I was on Google Plus a lot, and I met a lot of people who, I don't know, for whatever reason, people thought I was really nice and really happy all the time, and they just kind of came to me for advice. So I'd get a lot of people who are like really sad, and I was like 12, 13, and having a bunch of these people who are about a couple of years older than me or even older coming to me like, hey, I'm really sad. It just was like really weird to deal with. I've had people like get so crazily obsessed with me that they would fucking cut my name into their arms. And they'd send me pictures too. Not only would they tell me, hey, I'm cutting myself, but look, here's your fucking name carved into my arm. That was fucking horrible as a 12-year-old to witness.
Mm-hmm.
It was fucked. It's just my internet experience for the first couple years of my life was horrible.
I think you still haven't gotten over that.
No, not really. And when it comes to people who, tell me, hey, I'm depressed or I'm suicidal, my intention with these people is never to harm them, and it's also never to get them interested in me. There was a dude in a server I met who said he fell in love with me because I was so... Chip, for the love of God, please.
All right, continue.
Who said he fell in love with me and who got really attached because he would tell me about his problems and I would, I guess talk him through it and be like, hey, it's okay. And he one time tried to do like what I guess would have been like a rape erotic roleplay.
Oh!
Yeah, I was not into it. At this time, I was like getting really uncomfortable with him because he was just taking it too far in terms of, what he was saying. He's like, "Oh, I'd kill myself if you weren't talking to me," and that made me so uncomfortable and just really freaked me out. And he was like making moves on me in the RP, and I'm just like, "No, dude, stop!" And he wasn't stopping. And then he fell asleep, and I spent that night just thinking, and that's not what I wanted, so I ended up blocking him.
Alright, so I'm thinking, because here's the weird part. Because you hung around us for a while now. I mean, this is long since those days, right? Like, you kind of experienced... You've seen the way we react to people who are like, I'm gonna kill myself. And I'm not saying our way is the right way. It's just the way we react, right? And you seem want to share the way we deal with these types of things, where we just go like, oh, look at this faggot, what a dumbass, or just really be not ignoreful of it, because maybe we don't believe them or whatever. And I noticed that you want, or you seem to like that type of attitude, and maybe you want to emulate it a bit or whatever, but you always seem to just come short when on your own, when it's like somebody DMing you these types of things. You seem to always just fall back to, well, I don't want to be mean to this guy, so let me just go along with it or whatever.
It's definitely easier when it's with you guys and we're in a call, we're actively shitting on someone. When I'm alone, it's like everything fucking fails. Whatever I've learned from you guys to not believe in people like that, it just doesn't happen. I don't really know why. Maybe some kind of mental block. I don't fucking know. All I know is that I don't like it, and the reason I, emulate it so hard in the group is because I want to apply it to when I'm alone. I'm trying, but it's just not working. I can't fucking do it.
Well, you don't have to... Go ahead.
No, you can continue.
No, well, I was going to say, is like, you don't have to emulate us, right? Like, it's the same thing we tell all these other idiots that come onto our server and to go like, oh, I think you guys are awesome, or I respect you, or whatever. It's like, why? There's literally no reason to respect some random dude online or whatever. Like, you can respect what we do when we call out pedophiles, sure, but to respect a person, shit like that, right? Here's what you gotta do. If something makes you uncomfortable, or if you don't like something that goes on, like this guy is making you uncomfortable for some reason or somehow, if it's uncomfortable for you, you do realize you can always just tell him to fuck off. right? Like, you don't even have to be nice about it, or you can do it in a nice way. I mean, it all depends on you. And if they say that they're gonna kill themselves, well, at that point, you just gotta go shrug and just go like, well, fuck, there's nothing I can do about it, because sabotaging your own fucking life and your own mental well-being over it is just there's no reason to,
Well, that's
right?
them manipulating you.
Yeah, exactly.
I do.
And you,
I do
but that's
wanna
the
know real
thing.
quick.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
How often do these people attempt to use your empathy against you? Like how, in the cases, how frequently did it happen? Did it happen in each one? Most of them? Not a lot of them? What?
I want to say in most of them, and I've had this issue even with people who weren't trying to get into my pants. You know, again, playing into when I was still on Google Plus, I had again a lot of people, telling me about their issues. I had the friend who killed themselves, and then I had another friend who was talking to me, and then she tried to kill herself. Uh, that was a horrible night for me, waiting to see if she was okay, and she finally, messaged me again. She was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just, bleeding a lot." She tried to slit her wrists, and it was just when it comes to this kind of stuff, based on how many people I've had, seriously harm themselves or actually try to kill themselves, it's really hard to not believe them simply because I've experienced so many people who really are depressed and suicidal. It's hard to laugh at someone who's saying, "Oh, I'm so sad, I'm so depressed."
Hmm.
Well, that's Darwin in action. Go ahead, kill yourself. I mean, Jesus.
I mean, but see, that's the thing, Sheldon. Right? We say that, and we say those things, and we're going to be perceived as sociopaths. When and maybe they're right. Maybe there's a sign of sociopathy. I'm not a fucking psychologist, right? But the thing is that to me, if it's not my friend, if it's some random fuck online, and they are threatening suicide over the most minute of things,
Yeah.
then to me, I just go like, even if you're for real, I just go, well, shit, dude, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. Like, I honestly do not care. If some guy messaged me, like I banned someone from a server, let's say, and they go like, unban me, or I feel suicidal, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't unban me from this server, and I don't know this person personally, and I don't care about this person, I will not necessarily egg them on. Maybe I'll just won't reply, or I just say, no, I'm not gonna unban you. And then if the next day I find out their parents are contacting me, it's like, our son killed himself and shit like that, I'll be like, well, that's life. Sucks. See ya.
Exactly.
Like, fuck, there's literally nothing I can do, and there's nothing I'm gonna do to make his life better because I don't want to do it. If it compromises my comfort, for like, fuck that.
I do want to point out something Firepaw said, where she said, it is a common mental trick people use to force people to stay with them and feed off the friendship or companion. If they smell sympathy, they latch like leeches. And I think that's present in this community more than anywhere else.
Of course it is. Yeah.
It's all about emotions here, about, not stirring the pot and all that things, and just being friends.
Well, yeah, it's like emotionally, the older ones, it's like they haven't grown up or they're emotionally stunted. And the younger ones, well, they're already on the internet and interested in internet shit, so they're probably nerds or they're probably, whatever. Not particularly well desired any social right.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's not even necessarily that. I mean, it's also the fact that, like, right, as you said, it's stinted adults who just kind of either something fuck with their lives, or maybe they're just
really autistic,
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
The thing is that when adults approach kids on the internet about these types of things, or anything really, I mean, kids are impressionable, extremely impressionable.
That's right. Yeah.
If an adult comes to me as a kid for life advice, right, as a kid, I'm going like, wow, I'm fucking wise as shit. This grown ass dude.
This guy gets it because I think I know everything. Right.
Exactly. You see what I mean? Like, that's also a factor here.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Should we begin to transition on to part 2 of the video, you think, or keep delving into this?
I think we can come back to this later. I'd rather delve into part 2 of the video, and then I'll double back and give my thoughts and have my questions for Mint, because there's a lot that does not sit right with me in general.
Well, we had a bigger plot unfolding, and we still could have made it happen for this stream, but it just really wasn't worth it.
Okay.
So as you guys all remember Ichabod, right? He came into the stream quite a few times. He's pretty helpful. It's chill in my experiences, but unfortunately, as of late, I haven't trusted him. Something has felt off with the way he's been answering things, and there's a multitude of reasons for that. But you know what? I'm not going to beat around the bush with it. He was trying to manipulate Mint.
He is what is colloquially known as a orbiter, meaning that he has an interest in Mint on a romantic and sexual level, but was at least smart enough to try not to, pursue that until she was legally of age. But Mint decided, and we'll get into that a bit later, to inform us of what's going on here. And now a lot of his other actions are making a lot more sense here. And Vida has some nice, pretty little logs to back up what we are talking about here.
So, who wants to be the one to read Ichabod's messages, and who wants to read Mint's?
Oh, I'll read Ichabod. Ichabod!
Well, you're gonna have. If I'm reading Mint's side, you're gonna have to send me the logs and DMs.
I'm gonna be posting it in drama. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Well, okay. So Sheldon is Ichabod and Jace is Mint, I guess.
Yeah, make sure to post them in order.
Don't worry, I'm posting them as we're going to be reading them. So, okay, cool. Sheldon, I encourage you, take it away.
All right. August 17th, fairly recently, Ichabod says, to Mintheart, you aren't human trash. Your personality is charming. Your humor is hilarious. You have a strong sense of justice. And you are physically attractive, too. With a pretty cute face, I might add. Cute face, I might not be willing to date you until you are of age. But that doesn't mean any guy wouldn't be lucky as hell to have a shot at it, baby. Wow.
Here we go.
Wowzers. Holy shit.
Already off to a great start. Let's continue. Jace, you'll get to chime in on this one.
All right, give me
the second image here.
All right, give me a second. It should load for me for a bit here. Oh, there we go. Sheldon?
I'm sure in time you'll manage, even if it's just playing it off as a joke, to be blunt. But more too if I'm attracted to you. While I am, I'm no predator, LOL.
I mean, are you?
I hope you don't think I'm a creep or anything.
Well, Mint, yes. I am. I'm very sure about it.
Creeper.
You can trust me, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
You can trust me, underage kid. I will not violate your trust. No.
Well, now we're going to transition over to Discord. The Discord messages. Because there's a total of 9 images. We've only gone through 2, and this is where they get lengthy.
Oh boy. Sheldon?
Weird question. Am I okay? All right. I love this because we've seen it before. Weird question. Am I a creep?
No, you've never been creepy or given me or anyone a creep vibe. He's giving me a pretty strong creep vibe right now. Vida is pretty good at picking up on that kind of stuff. And if he considered you a creep, he would have mentioned something.
I'd ask you more than Vida. He's a good dude and has keen perception, but in this instance, it's more about your idea of me than his.
Well, I don't think so. Again, never given me the creep vibe or been creepy in the time I've known you.
Good. So you've managed to attract a guy who both isn't a pedo and isn't a creep. Ha ha! He's so excited. He's so jolly. Oh.
I do want to chime in here. Mint can at least confirm this. I have been saying as of late something's up with Ichabod and I don't trust him, right?
Yeah, a lot actually. It's basically been a conspiracy theory with Vida where he's just like, oh, all this stuff isn't adding up. And once we really started getting into it, I'm like, oh, fuck, he's right.
Well, continuing onwards, guys. Enjoy.
Yeah. Not a lot of people I'm actually afraid of. I fought cancer. I am either fast enough or strong enough to handle Leo.
Brave words, Ichabod. We're talking about the real life Batman here.
Even Minhart like in on it. She's like, wow, holy
This
fuck.
guy.
He says, if I had intention to treat you poorly, I would have a reason to be afraid. But Leo isn't a bad dude, and I feel he'd respect both your choice and my own to at least make an attempt to make you happy as best I can. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Oh,
Leo,
yeah.
You're right here. Let's ask you. Do you respect this choice?
No. And more importantly, this idea of, well, he'd respect my choice to make you happy. I'm not Mint's dad. I couldn't care less about, well, what would make Mint happy. Sometimes what makes people happy is the worst possible thing for them. And in this case, absolutely. And no, Charlie, Ichabod never showed up to BronyCon. So, no. But he should have at least seen that footage, and we've all seen what Ichabod looks like.
Oh, yeah. I have a photo of him on my computer.
And he's dying of cancer. So if he thinks he can beat me, what is he thinking?
It's
All
the
right.
Sheldon thing all over again. You submerge yourself in cancer and suddenly you get it.
God.
Continuing onward, unfortunately.
All right.
Unfortunately.
Ichabod says, safe words. Oh, no.
The
What
dread
a
in your
fucking
voice.
degenerate. Safe words are one thing. Cancel words are what I'm talking about. A safe word is a red light. A soft word is yellow. And an okay is green. A cancel word means the sub is so uncomfortable, they need everything to stop and refocus on them. It means aftercare starts then and there. I feel I need to clarify, aftercare is for after a session. A hot ERP sesh, babe. It's time to relax and clarify everything that's happened in a session. I just want to know, did you really enjoy your orgasm? Because I'm really concerned about that.
Sheldon.
Sorry, everything to stop and refocus on them. It means aftercare starts then. Oh, I already read that. It's time to relax and clarify everything that's happened in the session or scene to readjust soft and hard limits and make sure the sub never feels violated or wronged in a session.
There are layers to it. Oh, like Shrek's onions, dude. There's layers. Jesus. Yeah, Jesus has nothing to do with this. Keep him out of this. Might as well throw everything I thought I knew out the window. But then again, I don't exactly go looking into that stuff. And I'm still very much a virgin. And yeah, I at least know about aftercare.
Well, I figure it's a concept of education at this point. I'm going to teach you good, dirty girl. Lord only knows what future boyfriends will be into. So I'd say it's a heads up on what to look out for if you find a dom boyfriend. I love how he's framing this as like, I'm teaching her good things, but really, he really wants to talk to her about this stuff and get her into it.
He wants to be the dumb boyfriend. Like that's what's happening here. No,
Yes, because when you talk about teaching somebody about, sex in general, like on an educational level, you go to the guy who is dying of cancer and can't even handle his own relationships. Not somebody who can teach this in a healthy manner or in a clinical manner. No, you go to some random moron on the internet who can't even handle his own relationship. Fantastic. Well done. A+ material. What a moron.
He just fucking brought it up. I don't even know what the hell we were.
Mint.
Okay.
You should have shut it down.
Leo, before
Try
you go on
joking about it, and then he
No,
just
we'll keep
went into-
going. I just needed to say that. Keep going.
That's fine. We'll continue onward. Number
All right.
6, number 15.
Okay. Ichabod says, you know me, I don't like the whole self-loathing thing, but I'm not trying to undress you either. Even though I don't know if this is after or earlier, but he has confessed his romantic sexual interest in this girl. Vanilla as a first time isn't a bad idea, though. I wouldn't knock the idea of a slightly more experienced person for your first time. Of course you wouldn't, because you want to fuck her.
Yeah.
It should be something great and life-changing, but if you end up with two virgins, it tends to be more awkward than anything. Not suggesting myself.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, totally. Jesus. Just someone more experienced than another virgin. Oh,
Holy shit!
fuck.
Holy shit! So guys, who's signing up for the next sex education class with Ichabod?
What gets me is he goes from being like, "Hey, I'll wait till we're just gonna, I'm just gonna orbit you, right? We're gonna wait until you turn 18." And then he's all like, "Okay, so this is how BDSM works, right? You got the same
right. He's like priming her. It just at the border, right at the border. He's like,
this is literally grooming. This is literally grooming.
Yeah, I guess it's like it's fucking just so autistic. It's like.
The craziest thing, though, is we're just talking about books and movies, and I don't quite remember how it ended up, but we were talking about 50 Shades of Grey, because I think it's because my mom was watching the movies. I'm like, yeah, they're kind of bad movies. I haven't read the book, though, so maybe that's better. He's like, no, that's not better. I'm like, oh, so you've read it? He's like, yeah, and then he started going into BDSM and how 50 Shades is not realistic.
Apparently, it's a core part of his life, even outside of the bedroom, according to him.
Oh no.
He's one of those people who you see walking up and down the pride parades in a fetish outfit.
Yes.
We'll go over that after we get through these logs, just to kind of add some icing to this, I guess. This shit Sunday. But first off, we're moving on to number 7 out of 9.
Ichabod says, "Oh, you are a Mint. I'm trying to find the right voice. You are a dangerous woman. When a guy gets attracted to you, Mint, but I would say with a certainly only smug fuckers have, that I am most definitely falling for you in a big way. Oh.
A dangerous woman. How?" I'm literally getting like fucking spy movie flashbacks.
No, dangerous because all the guys that are attracted to her wind up in jail.
Yeah, I'm definitely no eye candy. I think the best thing about me is my personality. And even then, I still think it's shit.
A dangerous woman, how, Mr. Bond? I'm definitely no eye candy. Ichabod says, "You're 17, Mint. ellipsis for dramatic effect. Look, if I ever make you feel uncomfortable or say anything out of line, you can tell me."
Like what? The BDSM education?
Yeah, right.
Oh, you're a dangerous woman. This short Mexican lady walked into my office.
Hey, I'm not
But the funny thing is, like, the interesting thing is that Ichabod's smarter than most of the other people who've been in the same situation, kind of, and he's very self-aware of it all. Which makes it even better.
And yet he still goes with it.
He goes with it. Like he's so self-aware, but he doesn't connect the dots of like, okay, if when I'm typing things out to Mintheart, is there anything I'm saying in here that if this were sent to Vida, Sheldon, or Jace or Leo, they would just shit on me constantly for it?
No.
And yes, the answer is yes.
No,
and he didn't think of that. He didn't think of it.
No, here's the thing. I think he did. I think he did think of that because he goes on. He talks about how well if it was Leo, he's a good guy. He wouldn't get in the way of your happiness. Then why were you hiding it from me, Ichabod? If you were so sure, why were you hiding it from me, you stupid goon?
Yeah, I think you're right. He did know it, and he did it anyway because he thought.
Which makes it worse.
Or he knew this would happen and he doesn't care. I don't know.
Yep.
No, the truth of it is he thought he wouldn't get caught. That's all it comes down to. That's all it comes down to.
All right, Vida, let's carry on.
Page number 8. We're almost to the end of this, guys.
Wow.
Praise God.
Ichabod says, "How about I leave you with this? You are without a doubt one of the best people I've met on the internet. I'm proud to know you, and I miss you when you aren't talking." What? When you aren't talking, you've become a kind of addiction to me. What the fuck? This guy's like in love with you. Holy shit. Or he just knows what you want to hear.
Yes, this 30-year-old man with a child and 3 girlfriends is in love.
That's right. Yeah. To me, okay, you've become a kind of addiction to me. I'd hate to spend a day not knowing if you're okay, or not talking to you, and I have a ship art idea. God, it's just stream of consciousness. And I have a ship art idea since I'm always tired, apparently. This Ichabod pony sleeping with the mint pony jumping up and yelling, "Surprise, motherfucker!" So funny. I might be off base with the idea, but I figure you might like it, baby.
Sheldon.
I don't know if there's I have internet's fucking up. The image is not loading for me, so I can't see.
Leo, you can read this one then.
All right, heading over to it. Into drama.
Fuck you.
Always
internet.
sweet as honey with your words, eh? I'll have to add that art to my list of artsy stuff to do for sure. And you should get some rest, you dummy.
You see? Rah.
Ah, He-Man.
God damn it.
Sheldon?
Ichabod says, "Oh, actually, replace surprise, motherfucker, with FBI open up." So he's that self-aware. He's that knows that he's teetering not a good line here. And yes, I tend to be sweet with my words, plus it's true. If you left, I'd go through a kind of withdrawal, but I'd have to get over it. I'm kind of vulnerable about it because I'm not usually quite so exposed. Sure, I tell people a lot about me, but it's all surface level. Ha ha ha. Ha. I tell you about my emotions, which is much rarer. I'm only revealing this to you, girl, because I care so much about you, girl. It's just holy shit, so black and fucking white. Jesus.
No subtlety this one.
Well,
None. Zero.
I'm gonna post this next one, but there's some logs I forgot, and
Yep.
But
Vida,
next...
you have a couple super chats.
Oh yeah, let me get to those. I've been so focused on this. Nordenstein says, "Mitt, you are going to be woman number 4. Honored?
No. No.
You weren't even gonna be the bronze medal."
Wow!
Fuck you, Jordan. How dare you?
Dang!
I deserve bronze.
You deserve a whooping is what you deserve. Good God.
Ryu,
We just talked about BDSM.
Ryu, giving me $2 in a currency I can actually fucking breed, says Ichabod in buttons, the fantastical lolcows.
Oh, we'll get to that. No, we'll get to buttons and that involvement here shortly. But let us continue, please.
Let's do this next one. You guys read it out. I'm gonna have to dig out this one very important image I forgot.
Okay.
Ichabod says, "Beyond everything, we will always be friends. Is that a promise we're keeping?"
Oh,
Do
we lost
you-
Chase.
It's fine.
Do you want it to be a promise? I take them very seriously. If it's broken, it could really hurt me.
I love the impression. I promise beyond everything. Even if we are never romantic, even if we never go beyond that friendship, I swear on my grandmother's life, I will always be
no!
your friend.
And I promise that, no matter what, I will always be your friend above everything else that may
Oh,
happen. This is
God.
what you-
Mint
Vida,
fucking cringe
Vida,
lord.
Vida,
Holy
hold on,
shit.
guys, shut up. Vida, this is funny. I guess Ichabod doesn't value his grandma's life that much, does he now?
I guess not.
I guess not. All right, to give you guys, should I talk about this, Vida? I don't think it's fine, right?
What is the grandma's life thing?
That we wanted to bring Ichabod in here.
We were gonna bring Ichabod in here so we could turn this around on him. Yes, we could say that much.
Yes.
It's a little-
Okay, so yeah. So we wanted to do that, and by the way we would do this is because Mint was the first portion of the stream was always going to be dedicated to us talking about Mint's inability to say no to these types of people, right? And we were planning on inviting Ichabod per Mint's quote unquote request to be here for support, right?
Yeah.
And when we came forward to him and offered that, saying that it's per her request, he said no. Fuck you. What was it he said exactly, Vida? Hold on, let me go dig up a log that you sent.
Ultimately, he didn't. He declined because Mint didn't come to him to look for it.
Let's see.
In addition, he removed my admin, which I did have, in his server, so he senses something's up.
Yeah. What happened? Ichabod, so I know you're fucking watching this. Are you going to be friends with Mint after this? Are you going to be friends forever? You gotta. You swore on your grandma's life. So you fucking better stick to that word.
I have an
You
image
fucker.
I want to show, and I didn't see this one prior to this, and it makes me feel very uncomfortable. And I'll put this in chat because it'll take forever for you guys to see it otherwise.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I saw that earlier.
Which one is it? I don't
It's
have
the one,
access to Nova,
it's a
so I
link to
don't
the
know.
tweet with the cop.
Oh,
lolly.
with the lollipop. Okay.
No. Fuck off. Well, yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel about this one, Jace?
Wait, is he saying that's Mintheart?
Yes. He's saying she's a lolly.
Yeah, right.
She's a kinky lolly who's into arresting people, as you can see.
And who else is into BDSM shit? I don't know. Could it be Ichabod? I don't know.
Oh god.
And-
No.
No, it couldn't.
Your almonds are too activated for me, Sheldon.
Mr. Bond, it couldn't be Mr. Bond. Holy fuck.
I want to go up to this because we talked about earlier about the whole manipulation thing, the suicide and all that. And I forgot to include this when I was going through. Sheldon and Jace, would you care to reprise your roles?
I mean, if it loads my screenshot. Yep, it's fine. Let's go, Sheldon.
I see how it is.
Ichabod says. We need to create a series called Ichabod Says. Ichabod says, the book in itself leads into the next bit. Someday I promise I'll read that book to you. Even if it's in a hospital bed. I'll read that book to you even if I have a few hours. We'll make it through. What the fuck? We'll make it through it. The last gift for the first. We'll swim in the dark. Abysmal? Is that an actual word? Abyssal? I don't think that's
Yes,
a
it
This
is.
feels abysmal.
it should be abysmal. And that dark abysmal pool together. To see the depths of imagination. Meds are kicking in and I'm getting flowery. Sorry.
Hush. It's okay. You and I will go through that all cuddled up and enjoying some coffee or cocoa. I've always wanted to read to someone, read with someone, be read to. Something I think is very sweet and even romantic.
I just want to
Predator
say
lolly.
I'm drinking coffee right now, and I feel uncomfortable.
Your coffee has been ruined forever, Vida.
You tainted my coffee, you bitch.
Well, here's the thing. He talks about I want to read to somebody. You have a child, you retard.
That is a good point.
And I probably shouldn't have
That's
said
a
that, but
good
doggone
point.
it, he makes me mad.
All right, Sheldon, finish it up.
Ichabod says, I'd love that. I'm gonna go lay down before I talk about kissing you on the top of the head and turn the pages. Jesus fuck.
Now, actually, speaking of, I thought of something. It doesn't surprise me that he's with Buttons now. Doesn't surprise me at all. Do you
No.
remember what Buttons is into, right, guys?
Age play.
ABD. Age play. Exactly.
Yeah, right.
I wonder how many bedtime stories he's read to her.
Well,
Go ahead.
her personality is also very juvenile, right? She hasn't grown up at all.
I want to
Okay,
read
let's
this
go ahead
next
and-
super chat out real quick.
Sure.
Nordenstein says, which book, please, not 50 Shades of Grey?
No, he wanted to read the Cthulhu mythos with me.
Okay, the Cthulhu
Well, that
books are
works,
good.
and an
Okay,
Eldritch
that's
Horror would
fine.
be the only way to deal with this nonsense. All right, so let's go ahead and delve into what ultimately kicked this off. Mint, I want you to tell me directly, for everyone to
Yes,
hear,
Lou.
why you decided to bring this to our attention a month after all this happened.
Well, after Vida was telling me all about how Ichabod is, lying and not keeping his story straight, it really got me thinking about, all the stuff that Ichabod's been saying to me. And it suddenly hit me that I got Ichabod all wrong. Ichabod is, messing around with me. And, obviously that really fucked me up. And I felt really bad about it. And I told Vida, and he's like, what do you want to do? And I said, I have to tell Leo now. And he said, well, do you want me to tell him? And I said, no. I had to be the one to tell him, and that's when I, messaged you about it.
Oh, you see that there's more to it that you're avoiding here, and we both know that. So let me go ahead and cut through the chaff. The main reason why you came to us was because he lied to you.
I mean, that's one part of it, yes. Because not only did he lie to me, Leo, but he fucking manipulated me. As it's
Yes,
very
and I'm
obvious.
not going to downplay that. He absolutely did that. But here's my disconnect. Here's what troubles me to my core on this. If he had not lied to you, how long would this have gone on?
Not very long. Again, I realized he was manipulating me. I would have said something. Regardless of the lying, I would have said something.
Well, we can't know. This line of questioning is really pointless because we can't.
No,
really know.
I'm doing this to set a statement here. I really hope so, Mint, because this is becoming repetitive. And while it is absolutely against normally my better judgment to do any victim blaming, and that's not what I'm going to do here either, you've got to learn. Next time this happens, you don't wait a month. Don't wait until they screw up in a way that hurts you emotionally or betrays your trust. Tell us immediately. Immediately. That way we can nail these suckers early.
She won't because she wants it.
No, okay, Sean.
Okay, no, I don't like the
Sure,
phrasing
sure.
there. Please, not that phrasing.
Oh,
It's just the truth.
uh,
It's just the truth.
Well, is
The
that
point
the
is,
truth, Mint?
Leo-
No, hold on. Let Mint defend herself. Is that the truth, Mint?
Well, okay.
no, it's not the truth. Jesus.
All right, then I guess Sheldon can shove it.
The point is
You
that
guys are suckers.
Leo, here we have the
Go on.
master of pickup artist of underage kids over here, guys. Shelly D.
Oh yeah.
The point is that she might not have thought there was anything wrong with this, right? Like that's the problem here. Is that for some reason I think the naivety still persists, despite the fact that we've given her countless examples of how this is not okay. Right? Like, because if you read his logs, comparatively speaking to all the other horrid shit we've read from other people, right? It doesn't sound as bad. And I'm not going to say it doesn't sound bad. It absolutely sounds bad. It just doesn't sound as bad. And because of that, maybe to her it didn't seem like that big of a deal, right? And that's ultimately the problem. And did you ever feel uncomfortable during this exchange at all?
No.
None of this, none of these texts made you uncomfortable talking to
Okay,
them.
the BDSM thing, a little bit, because that's kind of fucking weird to just bring up out of nowhere. Like,
That's-
oh, okay, I
that's-
guess we're talking about this now. Sure, why not?
That's when you either tell him to fuck off, or you come to one of us, preferably Leo or Vida. I don't want to fucking deal with this shit. Either one of them, and you tell them, yo, dog, is this weird or is it just me? Right? Like, there's nothing wrong with getting a second opinion.
Well, I mean, it's not only that, right? It's also, I mean, he's just the way Ichabod is flirting. It's so obvious, right? It's like,
but it's obvious to you and me.
I'm gonna be there for you in the future, even if it's in a hospital, and I'm gonna caress your head. And wow, I sure am attracted to you, and all these things. It's like, you know what that is, right? I mean, you obviously know what he's doing. So what are you doing is what I want to know.
That's a good point. I mean, like you didn't seriously.
Like, you're not stupid.
You didn't take his word in terms of like you didn't seriously think that he was actually going to be on the deathbed reading you a book, right? Like,
No.
well, there you go. So that's the problem. You seem to understand, but you don't seem to connect the dots. You know what I mean? Like you have, let's say, on a billboard in your head, manipulation pinned here, and then you have this is obvious, not gonna have sort of bullshit here, but you don't seem to connect those two together for some fucking reason. And I don't know.
I still think it's some kind of mental block. I don't know, dude. Honestly, I don't fucking know. I have no explanation for it. I know you guys want one, but I have nothing.
Okay, I have a question.
Good.
Mint. Now, I
Yes,
want you
Leo?
to try your best to put yourself in this position, because it's not a realistic one that I'm about to describe. If this was me doing this to you,
Oh wow!
Okay.
how long would it take you to tell Vida?
5 seconds, because it's you. And something would be seriously wrong at that point. It's Leo. I don't understand what's going on.
All right, then from
I
now
was gonna
on.
say I'd go to
from
you
now on-
about it, but then
From now on, assume everybody's me.
okay.
Oh dear God, that is a horrible world.
That is a horrible
Absolutely,
world.
but it'll get the attention, won't it?
Just
That is another good point. Is that she has context to us because she hung around us for a while now, and she knows that when we do something is out of character, right? Like it's easy to spot. With Ichabod, you didn't really know him that well, so it's really hard to tell when he's being out of character or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like so maybe that was another block in her brain that was just like, oh, this doesn't sound too bad because it doesn't seem out of character for this guy. Like it seems like you don't think of people through their ages, right? Like when you're talking to them, you sort of think of them the way they present themselves online, which is a bit of an issue, right? Because you perceive the way they usually act as opposed to the way they should act as an adult.
I do want to take a moment real quick. Originally, the plan was for me to nuke the fuck out of Ichabod's server because he gave me admin, but he did remove it before the stream started. However, one thing he didn't remove, here's his join link for his channel or his server. If
Oh,
you guys want
boy.
to go say hi.
Oh no, I have something a little bit more pointed that I would like to say, if you would be so kind as to let me do so.
As long as you don't get my stream taken down, have at it.
Well, I mean, it might be. I don't know. For those interested in listening, don't trust Ichabod. Don't trust him around children. Don't trust him at all. Do not trust Zachary Cringer around people.
His
Because
last
Ichabod's a liar.
his last name is Cringer. No.
Are you
No.
serious?
No.
Are you fucking serious?
I could have
Dude, it was in the stars the whole time.
It's spelled with a K and an E instead of an I, but
It's-
that is the last name listed here.
This isn't cringe. It's my OC cringe.
God damn it.
So no, Zachary, you're being stupid. Now, what you've done is not legally actionable. I cannot call the cops on you. I can, however, point out to everybody you've been around, oh, by the way, that includes Chambers, who has been informed of all this, that you are an orbiter and that you have no compunction about waiting for a 17-year-old little girl who has been the victim of sexual violence before to become of age, while you are currently involved with 3 other women and have a child that you clearly don't pay enough attention to. And at this point, I'm glad. I hope, and this is going to be the meanest thing you've probably heard me say.
Oh no, I know what's
hope-
coming.
I hope that child never knows who you are and you go to your grave without influencing her.
Woohoo! Woo!
I want to chime in real quick here to say Ichabod is active in his server, so expect him to react. If you're going to go into the server, go in now.
Oh boy.
It's going
Oh.
to get shut down. That join link is going to get shut down.
All right. Well, I mean, do we have? Because we wanted to touch. That Leo said that we were going to go into that. Is this the time to transfer into something there, or?
Go into what? I've been multitasking here to deal with all this shit.
Well, that's what I mean. Leo brought up buttons, and he said that. we'd
Oh,
go
yes.
into it.
Okay, so this all ultimately started in terms of Mint bringing this to us because Ichabod, for some reason, decided out of his own volition to do some weird op on buttons, which turned into I want to help buttons, which turned into I want to date buttons, but I'm totally going to lie about it to everybody.
Oh.
He claims he has cut off contact with buttons, and although I cannot provide the evidence, so you can choose to believe this or not, but I don't have a history of lying about this sort of shit. He is still talking to buttons right now and just lying to everybody.
Yeah. Which is funny, right? Because
Can I read something out real quick? Ichabod is active in his server, and he says, "I'm aware of the situation. It's fine."
Oh, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Everybody.
He's like, "Oh, it's
Are you gonna
whatever. I didn't do
Are you-
anything wrong."
Well, hey, here's the thing. If it's fine, why don't you hop in here? Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah. Why don't you hop in here if it's fine?
Yeah, come hang
That's
out.
a good question. Yeah. Come in. By all means. All this time when we were streaming, you'd always be like, "Hey guys, are you streaming? Could I come on?" Hey, or "Hey guys, I'm streaming. You're welcome to come on." When we invited you to a stream today, no, No, you know what? Not gonna go. Not gonna go. What? By all means, the invite is open. Hop in, because we know you're watching.
Charlie says, will you narrate the Call of Duty, sorry, not Call of Duty, fuck. Call of Cthulhu on my deathbed. Ichabod responds, it's a pretty good story if you've never read it. And yeah, he's just dodging. He's attempting to just sidestep all of this.
Yeah. Well, that's what he's doing. He's going the route. Oh, this doesn't affect me. It's fine. It's fine. Let's get back to the point here.
I do want to talk a little bit about
fuck,
him.
okay. No, yeah, absolutely. But let me just say this real quick. So he says that he wants to help Buttons and he's talking to her, and that they're essentially friends, which is obvious. I mean, he streams with her and his other pals, so I mean, fuck, it's obvious. Here's the funny thing, guys. Remind me, who was here in this call not so long ago saying that she is annoying, that she is
Ichabod
she's dumb? Yeah, I mean, that's the funny thing, isn't it? And this was during the time that they were friends, and we were telling him, you're a retard for being friends with her because she'll backstab every other fucker that she backs a friend. And here we were giving him legitimate advice. Didn't listen, of course, and fuck him for that. It's just, but the two-facedness of this guy is that he sits here in this call and tells us that she's annoying, that she just blabbers a lot, that he hates listening to her when they're watching. But then all of a sudden, when we fucking shit on him, all of a sudden they're the best. It's up to her.
You're cutting out.
Oh, am I?
Robo Jace.
Well,
Robo
shit.
Jace.
Next point. Carry on. Next point. Ignore me.
Apparently, Ryu got kicked from Ichabod's server, according to him. He is trying to shut this shit down, even though he's aware of it. He doesn't see anything wrong with this.
Yeah, that's because Ryu said to hold the stream in Ichabod's server.
Oh. So
And I guess Ichabod didn't like that.
he's like, oh shit, that'd be bad. Get out of here, get out of here.
Oh, Vida, get this.
We could all
Vida,
join there and join his call.
We'd get kicked out. I'm not going to bother.
Probably.
Vida, get this. Now that that's handled, if you had told me the real reason as to why you wanted me on, I would have just came onto the stream, Vida.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you would.
Sure.
So
Well, here's your chance. Come on. You're invited.
Come on. You're right now.
Here's
Yeah,
your chance.
do it
That's
now.
okay. Now that you know the reason, here you go.
Yeah. The funniest thing is that you don't mind violating your grandma's fucking deathbed. Oh, I'll swear on my grandma's death, right? But, I want to.
Ichabod, you know we're
You
reasonable and we'll sit here and argue with you. We're not just going to scream at you. Come on. What are you doing?
I need a join link to drop into Ichabod's server.
Somebody pass her. Actually, don't you have a join link, Mint? I sent you one to get into the stream.
Oh, okay, then I'll use that.
Also, real quick, I need to do this for Archer in there. Let's see here. How does he do it? God. How does Keemstar start drama alert? I keep forgetting.
Welcome,
What's
Drama
up,
Alert
Drama
Nation.
Alert Nation? Something like that.
Let's get right into the news.
You didn't
Our
put enough
first
effort.
story today. You didn't finish the whole thing, Leo. You suck.
More
I
like
don't
right
want-
into the news, am I right?
I don't watch Keemstar. I don't.
Hold on. I'll DM
Ichabod
it.
said the link is dead.
There's
I'll
another one.
DM it to him. Don't worry.
Also, Foxcat
Here you
says
go,
he's
champ.
banning people randomly who are joining. So he's trying to damage control. He doesn't want
Can't
this
damage-
crossing over into his chat.
Ichabod's here.
Well, get him
he's
in.
here.
You guys want to spearhead this? Because I got to pour more coffee and heat my shit
Well, I
up.
will, but I can't stay too long because I'm supposed to be at a live auction right now. But I'll go ahead.
All right, I'm moving him over.
All right,
moving
you
him
handle it, Leo.
You absolute idiot!
Ichabod! What's
You
going
complete
on?
and utter moron. What were you thinking?
Sorry, is there something wrong at the moment?
Is there something? You were orbiting a child, you mental infant. What were you
Is there
thinking?
nothing-
What were you
Is there
thinking,
nothing
Zachary?
wrong with that? Hey, Ichabod, is there
I
nothing wrong with
was
that?
very direct about the concept that that's not gonna be a thing.
No, you weren't. You weren't direct about it. You said
I-
even if this doesn't happen. So unless Mint's hiding logs from us,
You showed them all the logs?
Oh, which maybe she
I have
is.
the logs.
Who
No,
knows?
no, I gave you everything that was important. nothing about Ichabod ever saying
No,
that it wasn't 100%
Ichabod,
going down.
Ichabod. No, hold on. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Did you give them everything?
I gave them everything, Ichabod.
Is there something missing, Ichabod?
I have no idea. I haven't been watching the stream.
All right,
Okay, well, you can-
hold on. I'm gonna shoot it over to Ichabod.
Actually, yeah, that would be helpful, so I can know exactly.
Well, while you're doing that, Ichabod, tell me,
Thank you.
is it okay to talk to underage kids about BDSM and the details of BDSM? Is that fine? Is that cool?
If they show an interest in it and there's a danger of them getting into a bad one, yes, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
She's not your child.
Okay.
Okay.
Leo, I feel the gas pumping over there. What's going on?
At what point did you think this was sensible? Has the cancer riddling your body gotten to your brain and just start eating that away too?
Leo, Chambers said that she wants on the stream.
Fine.
Oh boy,
Happily.
I'm
Chambers, go ahead
yanking
and
her
hop.
over.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go, Chambers. Welcome.
Hi, Chambers.
Good evening, Chambers.
For those of you guys who don't know who Chambers is, she used to run a stream with Ichabod on a regular basis. Until a falling out recently, from what I know.
Yeah, so I thought nothing of it, and it was over. It was over BDSM, and I'm professional, and I let it go because my whatever, separate. And then I get a message from Leo about some open-ended questions. Hey, do you think this is wrong? Da 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 da. I'm like, yeah. Who's doing what? And they're like, oh, what's this person? I'm like, well, are they in my server? Yeah. So I start to get snapshots of messages between men and Ichabod. And I see the date. It's 6 days after Ichabod leaves my show. And it's just like this, the fact that this has been going on for the past month. Ichabod, I don't know what the hell happened to you. We drag people to the...
What? Is she just...
about it.
Okay, is she muffled for other people?
She's
Okay,
muffled
yeah, she was
because
muffled for me.
Ichabod is talking.
Somewhat
Yeah.
muffled, but as long as Ichabod isn't Ichabod, mute your microphone and people can hear her.
Yeah. I'm right here.
Okay,
Carry on,
no,
Chambers.
Wait, I want to know why you really left my show, and if this was going on, why you were with By the Hearth.
Well,
Because those text messages I got imply that this has been going on for a month or so.
Chambers, your mic is muffled. You've
yeah,
got
your
to get clear
mic's
audio.
really muffled.
Okay, hold on. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, that's
Better.
better.
Hands is
Okay.
okay. There's actually a shit ton of conversation that's not in here.
A lot of the conversation wasn't important. You wanted me to show them the logs of you talking to me about Minecraft or something? Jesus.
Well, we talked about a shit ton of stuff, but I
A
mean,
shit ton of stuff that was not important, Ichabod.
Wow, what an amazing
Well, hey,
defense.
At
No,
least
it's just
personally,
a
to my
concept,
opinion, it was not important.
yeah,
Hey,
no, I can
Ichabod, if you have
understand.
logs of her reciprocating, feel free. Post them.
I have an important question here for Ichabod.
Yeah, what's up, Vida?
My question is, under what excuse would you talk to her and start, like, what would make it right to go to her and start talking about, hey, this is how BDSM works. I think you're cute. I want to kiss your head while I turn the page. What's
a
the
good point.
context?
Well, let me read this. Let me read this from him. But I would say with the
I-
certainty only smug fuckers have that I'm definitely falling for you in a big way. I mean,
Yeah.
why are you
That's-
falling for 17-year-olds on the internet, dude?
That's pretty fucked.
It's like, why? What are you seeing here?
Very
Silence.
elaborate response.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going through a lot of this and
And
trying
that
to figure out.
stops you from
exactly-
answering Sheldon's question. Or what-
Ichabod.
I didn't hear it.
Ichabod.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Why
What?
are you going through this? You know these conversations. You had these conversations.
Yes, I did have these conversations.
Mm-hmm. So Ichabod again. Actually, hold on. Before we do that, Leo, how old is Ichabod? Can you remind me? 'Cause I forgot.
He's in his early 30s.
Yeah, I'm
Early
sorry.
30s.
Jesus.
So let me get this straight. An early 30s guy messages a 17-year-old and goes, I'm falling for you, baby. You're a dangerous woman. That's not creepy at all, is it, Ichabod? No.
Well, maybe in context,
Oh, it's
Jace.
wholeheartedly creepy. Don't get me wrong. It's absolutely.
But you're not a creep, Ichabod,
So you're
right?
creep-
Like,
Yeah,
you're not a creep, aren't you? Hey, Mint, am I a creep for doing this? Hey, little underage kid, am I a creep for telling you about BDSM and shit?
Was it creepy?
Is
man?
this a serious
At any
question?
time you could have said something.
The date.
Oh, don't worry, we shat on her for not saying it.
Right.
We
Yeah,
already
like,
went into
Hold up.
a
Like
lot of-
every time we had a conversation, I would always be like, "Hey, you know,
You're an adult, you fucking
for God's
moron.
sake."
You're a
Thank you,
fucking
Jace.
adult. You should
should
know
have known
better.
better, Ichabod, and not only that, you know about my past. I told you. We've
I
gone through
know.
it several times on Barrel. We
I
have
do
gone through it
know.
every single time there has been a stream about a fucking pedophile, and still, why would you do that? You know everything. You have known it basically since the day I fucking came into Barrel and you were there. Why?
Sorry.
Well, number one, I have been being very supportive. That's basically what I've been trying to do. I'm
No!
trying to be supportive of it.
No!
Yeah.
I'm supportive of Mint. You know what I don't do? I don't get in her freaking DMs and start hitting on a child, you idiot!
Ooh,
I think this is a new level of Leo's
that's
anger.
a whole new level. Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
Christ. And that's the major fucking difference between Leo and me. I don't
Yeah,
scream.
I have moral
don't
compass
yell.
and you don't!
Hold
Hey,
on, hold on.
there,
The
it's not about yelling. Ichabod, you are dodging the question. Why?
No,
I just-
I'm
Why
not
did you do
dodging
it?
The question.
Yes, you
I
are.
would love for a chance to actually answer the question.
Then
Go
answer
ahead.
it.
Please answer it.
Good.
Because
Guys, shut up,
Answer
shut
it
up.
I was helping. I thought we started to have
Well, dude,
conversations
just
that
say it.
were
Just be like,
in a
yo,
way.
why are you
What?
why are you such a cuck, dude? Like, why don't you just be like, yeah, I'm into her. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you guys.
No, like,
Why
yeah,
are you
I
such a cuck?
did there. Yeah, no,
Just
there's
fucking
absolutely
admit
an
it.
attraction there.
Just say it.
Of course, I'm not a fucking goddamn paraplegic. There's an attraction there. Of course there was.
And
Why
that's
wouldn't
a-
there fucking
I mean,
be?
that's a pretty big motivating factor, isn't it? I mean, I know when I'm into girls,
talking,
A big motivation for me to talk to them is because I'm into them.
Well, the thing of it is, when I first started talking to men, I've never had that. Never had an attraction to her. We
Uh-huh.
started talking more and started talking more and started talking more, and then
And after
I
you
feel like
revealed
it
your attraction, you think it's unreasonable for us to think when you're talking to her about BDSM and all this other shit. Maybe you should find a more experienced guy to fuck you, Mint. You know, not a virgin. I'm not saying me, Mint. I'm not
yes,
saying
it's
me.
very, very much a thing of it. No, not somebody like me. I'm
Yeah,
an old fart.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Not
no,
you.
dead fucking
I'm
serious,
gonna fucking
Jace.
believe you.
Never,
I'm gonna
Yeah,
fucking
but
believe you.
the thing is, though, that like, dude, like you professing your attractiveness to her reveals that you have a sexual interest. So in a perfect world where there would be no repercussion, you would do it, right? Because why wouldn't you?
Nah, unless at the very least she was of age. And there
Why?
could be
There's
a
no
lot of
repercussions.
conversation.
Okay,
Because
so-
that's fucked up, dude. Because that's fucked
Then
up.
you-
Oh,
Grooming them isn't.
and grooming a kid at age to definitely fall for you isn't fucked up.
Grooming.
What is it? What else do you call calling up a damaged kid who had a fucked up past that you're well aware of and telling them, "Oh, I'm on my cancer bed. I'm going to be on my deathbed," essentially guilt tripping them into
No,
really being
God,
nice
no,
to
I
you.
wasn't supposed
Yeah,
to-
yeah,
Did
it's
you
not
feel
all
guilted?
methodical.
Hang up. Wait, no, did you feel guilted?
Yeah, Mint.
A bit, yeah. I had so many people talk to me about how they were going to fucking die or they were going to kill themselves. I've had people carve my name into their fucking arms. How was I not supposed to feel guilted by you talking about how you're gonna fucking die, Ichabod?
I always brought it up as a joke.
Uh-huh.
I didn't
Take
mean
it
it
as
to.
a joke.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Are you
know that.
Ichabod because you still did this? You have not answered why. I do not take you think you were helping as a fucking excuse.
No.
That's bullshit.
It started. That
More
way.
importantly,
And then,
how
yes,
in the
there
world?
was fucking.
I just want to
No,
make one thing clear for the audience, because there seems to be some rustlings in the chat. There's no evidence of Ichabod doing anything explicit with this girl, so I don't want anyone to take. I don't want anybody claiming these kind of things.
No,
right?
he's
We're
a
not
creepy.
saying-
He's a creepy orbiter, but that's about as far as he's
Right,
done so far.
exactly.
Yeah, no, like wholeheartedly. If at any point, like I was actually being like creepy, yeah, no, absolutely, I'm a fucking dick. I was unaware, but no, yeah, I'm a complete fucking asshole if that's the case.
So I want to know this right now. Do you see anything wrong with talking to a minor about BDSM?
It's a very real thing that people
Yes or
need
no?
to know
Yes or
about.
no?
No.
Yes or no?
No, absolutely
No?
not.
Oh my god.
No. Do you have any idea the kind of... No, hold up, Jace. Do you have any idea the kind of immense, fucked up shit people get into because they've read some stupid bullshit like 50 Shades of Grey?
You're not her parent. You literal moron.
Leo,
You
I
have
fucking know you
no
have your moral
place.
code and your fucking opinion. But she expressed a concept of it, and I was shutting that shit down.
I did
No,
not.
you
You
weren't.
didn't shut it
No, you
down. You
weren't.
I brought up talking about 50 Shades because my mom was watching it. I never explicitly said I wanted to talk about that stuff.
And then we
I even
started
told you
to
I
talk about it. And then it led to me trying to give you the information that anybody should have.
Information that nobody fucking requested, you dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Are you
becomes a
stupid?
serious fucking danger.
No, it's
He
not.
has quest. Here's what you do. Here's what you do. I want you to pay very close attention. If child that is not yours has question about sex, here's what you do. Go talk to your mom.
Yeah, that's a comfortable conversation. But fair. No, you're right. You're right on that.
Or you tell them, hey, why don't you just fucking
You're
Google
right.
it? I'm sure
You're right.
Google has plenty of fucking answers.
No, I wouldn't even say
Okay.
Google it. Go to a professional. Talk to somebody who has
Yeah, a
knowledge. Not
professional
some
is
random,
somebody
not some
else.
random moron on the internet that's gonna sit there and try to manipulate it into some form of sexual role play.
Yep. Well, that's what I think. That's what I think you were doing wholeheartedly. That's what I think you were doing a lot wholeheartedly. Is you were trying to manipulate this kid into some fucked up shit. And listen, you sit here and you say, no, 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 no. We know how much of a snake you are. We know how much of a fucking liar you are. Why should I believe anything
I would
fucking say?
I would like to bring this up. You said in the logs that because I'm a good guy, that if this was something that would make Mint happy, I would respect that. If you were so sure of that, why didn't you tell me?
Oh, that's a good question.
You have a tendency to overreact, Leo.
Oh no, I have a
By
tendency to
the
react
time-
exactly the way it needs to be reacted to.
So let me
by
get
the
this.
time it
Oh,
was going to be a serious problem, you cut contact with me.
I want to know something real quick. This is something I just noticed. You said he would understand, but he's also going to overreact. Excuse me? Which one?
Yeah, which one is it, fucker?
Sorry. Say again. Cut off. What?
You
ahead, Vida.
said that Leo would be okay with it, but you also said he would overreact now. Which one is it?
Would Leo be okay with it in time? Yes. If we actually ended up sometime after she was 18, probably several years. At
You're
any
talk-
point, yeah, no, he would eventually be okay with that kind of a concept.
Here,
I don't
let me
think
go
he
ahead
would
and put.
start okay with it. Yeah, no, I know you're not. I got
No,
you.
let me put it to you in a way you'll understand. You just rolled a 2. You failed on your deception check here, buddy. You're going to have to try that one
Whoever
again.
said that's a concept of deception.
Well, I said it. Well, what I really meant was no. What
No,
you
I
meant is
wholeheartedly said
what
it.
you meant
Yeah.
is what was on the
No.
screen. And more importantly,
How I
you can
said
play
it.
the you cut contact all day long.
You
You can still
did.
message me on Twitter.
I can?
Yeah, you can. Amazing.
You could have reached out at any
blocked me.
point on any fucking platform.
Not even just Discord. Yeah, not just Discord. You
On
could have reached
Discord,
out anywhere.
Twitter, YouTube,
Are you gonna
wherever.
Are you gonna pretend right now that you didn't know you can DM people on Twitter? Is that what I'm gonna
I
hear
know
from
you
you?
can DM me people on Twitter. You didn't block me. Well, fuck. No,
So
fair
you
enough.
assumed.
Yeah,
So
no,
you
I could have
assumed.
messaged you on
So
Twitter.
you fucking assumed. So you fucking assumed, and you didn't even bother to check. That's how much of a fuck you gave. Okay. Thanks for
Even if
clarifying.
they blocked you on one platform, they block you on all of them. But fair enough, yeah. No, I
Again,
should've checked
you
Twitter.
assumed and showed us how
Yes,
much you
I
don't
assumed.
give a shit. And how much you don't give a shit. If you gave a shit, you'd come in contact. You'd find any way to do it. But you didn't give a shit, did you?
Oh, Chambers wants in. Okay, Chambers in.
Yeah, go ahead. Is she muted? No, she
Yes.
muted herself.
Chambers, you've got to fix your stuff.
I think she did. Did you mute her, Leo? She's not
No.
server muted. Okay.
No, I had
Okay.
I had my phone running.
Well,
Sorry,
try
I was on
now.
my.
All right, go ahead
You
and talk,
wanna-
Chambers.
Okay, Ichabod, I really want to know because I know I kept cutting on the right helm. Was this?
Yeah.
Were you seriously doing this while you were on my show?
Shit, when did we first actually start talking about this kind of shit?
August 17th.
August 17th. Was I still on August 17th?
No, but August 12th, the conversation implies how comfortable you guys were with each other, and it's correct.
Yeah, I legitimately thought we were
Forgave
fine.
Here's the thing. When you
I
left, it was-
never knew that anything we said was a problem. Like, I was wholeheartedly had no fucking clue.
Never mind the fact that you shat on people who did similar things in this server. You're such a
Fusion
fucking
sent
liar.
his dick to her and tried
You're
to
such-
pry
I'm not
me-
just talking about Fusion. I'm talking about all the other guys that came through here. That all did cringy.
outwardly
Yeah.
tried to do fucked up shit.
I'm not talking. No, none of them. All of
Wait,
them. You
no.
just go ahead, Chambers. Go ahead, Chambers.
We have dragged people. We have caught, or mainly they have caught people, whether it be FNGR and Limbo or other groups have when they try to date a minor. I don't understand how you think this is okay. It's a little bit disturbing because you sort of act a little bit
I
funny before
would
you
not,
report it.
Chambers. I said many a times, anything that could possibly happen romantically would never happen until after she was 18. Because everything beforehand is fucked up.
So I
In
just
the
want, I
meantime,
want to know something
go
real
ahead.
quick. Ichabod,
Yeah.
do you
up?
think it is moral to stick around a child and talk to them about sexual shit or anything romantic or anything sentimental in that kind of vein, and wait for them to turn 18 so you can date them?
There's going to be a conversation about it when they were 18. But yeah, no, I see where it's fucked up. Yeah.
So it's not grooming, though, is it? No, not at all. Not at all. It's not grooming. You fucking sicko. You fucking sicko. There's no way around it. Holy shit. You have a kid. You have a fucking mother kid, you dumb shit. What are you doing? Holy shit. Holy fuck. Where are your priorities, you disgusting piece of trash?
His priorities are feeding his dick. That's pretty obvious.
With underage, yeah, we got it. Holy shit.
I have a question.
What are you?
Ichabod,
Yes,
with
Leo,
such
what?
a monumental fuck up here, why should you be trusted with a kid?
That's a good question.
Vida, Jesus fucking.
It's a simple question.
Why shouldn't CPS be called on your ass?
Go ahead.
Feel fucking free. Never said anything fucked up. I just gave some information, and then we talked a lot. That's literally it.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Jesus H. Christ.
I gave
No,
some
no.
information
Suicide's not the
about
answer.
how I
Homicide
really
is.
Fuck your tight pussy.
Wait, let me see if I can rephrase it. So there's in this, okay, in general, there's nothing wrong talking with a minor, but the fact that you two started to get intimate in your text messages, I'm not talking about sexual, but you started to relate.
Yeah.
Or
there
a 17-year-old and
was,
told that you're going to turn 18.
there was a lot of moments where it was way too emotional. Shouldn't have been. Fair enough.
Hey, little kid, let me tell you about
For fuck's
BDSM
sake,
while I
it's not
tell
a little
while
kid,
I
it's
tell
somebody who is
while I
7
tell you that I have a
goddamn
crush on
Oh,
you.
hold
While
on.
I tell you I have a
fucking
crush on you.
Christ.
Oh, is it okay?
I-
Is it okay
I
now
just
to
wanna-
fucking fish a 17-year-old?
I want to call back to the donut chick. Remember that quote when he was all like,
Yeah.
let's get it right here, right? It's not like it was an 11-year-old or anything. She was 14, right? She was basically an adult.
That's literally what I'm being reminded of right
There's
now.
some fucked up shit that happens out there. Some fucking teen.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Anything sexual. It was straight up
Not
no,
your
there was
child.
shit.
Not your child.
Yeah, it happens.
Not your child.
Yeah, who are you? Like, who are you to teach anybody about anything? Can you answer me that question?
Oh, I do know.
You are a man in
significant
several.
portion about the community.
You are a man
You-
in several relationships.
person.
You have screwed your life. You have screwed your life over in multiple different ways. You are literally on your deathbed, and you think you can impart wisdom onto somebody else, specifically a child. You are a complete and utter goon. I wouldn't trust you with a town
Wisdom?
dog catcher.
No, definitely not wisdom. Basic information, maybe, but not.
No, not
Not your
even basic
place.
information. Yo, mate, basic information to me is I'm about to die. I should probably take care of my kid and provide for him the best I can so he has something to live
Listen.
off of.
Listen, Jace.
ahead.
Cancel words, safe words, all that's basic information. Everybody knows that, right?
That's basic. No, but everybody knows that.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh,
If somebody's getting into that kind of relationship, it needs to be.
She wasn't getting into that type of relationship, you
Who
dumb
was she getting
fucking
into that?
retard.
Hold on, who was she
let
getting?
me cut in here. Okay, so because even with me, out of all the stuff I talk about on my channel, I've never tried to have a sex ed talk with minors because number one, not my kid. Number two, I'm not personal with them. Number three, if I've had that type of question before, it's like, hey, you might want to compare older. That there should have been a cutoff point of that conversation.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Look, Mintar,
I have a question.
No.
Listen, this is important.
One at a time.
Look, Mintar, I might have feelings for you, but I think it's very important that you learn all about Omurashi. Okay, you never know. You never know.
Sheldon,
You might come into this
I
situation.
hope you know.
I mean, that's what I'm hearing here, and I'm like,
He's
what's your
actually
risk assessment? It's like, do you think that the likelihood is so high that this is something to be that pertinently needs to be addressed? I mean, it's just weird, man. It's like, yeah, what is going on in your head?
Here's the thing, right? That's the thing I noticed with him is that he says, I'm providing basic information that should be provided because otherwise people get in trouble. And another point is that this person is getting into this and I'm providing basic information for them to not be hurt. One, BDSM is not basic information for kids to know. Not at all. Not at all. Not in any plane of existence
Someone
is it
coming
basic
of age
information. No.
may end up
Fuck
in that
you. No.
situation.
Not at all. Not at
Okay,
all. You're a
yeah,
dumb
no,
shit.
fair
You're a
enough.
dumb
I'm
shit.
gonna
Shitty
emphasize
people
this
get
point.
into shitty situations.
Another point.
and get
Another
hurt.
point.
No,
Another
no, no.
point.
That
Okay,
Shut up.
hold on.
Shut, no,
Everybody
shut up.
stop. Jesus.
I
fuck.
didn't finish.
Fine.
Another
Finish.
point is you're saying somebody who's just getting into BDSM. Mint was not getting into BDSM. You pulled that shit out of your ass because
Fucking
that's
gateway
your
drug,
disgusting fantasy.
motherfuck.
That's
You see how
your
many people
disgusting
read
fantasy.
50
That's
Shades and then end
your
up doing
disgusting
fucking stupid
fantasy.
shit.
You
But I
sick
wasn't
fuck.
reading 50 Shades. I was not reading 50 Shades. I was not watching 50 Shades. I told you my
understand.
mother was.
Yeah,
Do you
no,
understand,
you're right.
really?
Yeah,
Because you
you're
went
right.
into it.
Mhm.
You projected your disgusting
You're right on
fantasy
that.
onto her. That's what happened here.
Whoa, Hold back.
Yes.
Not a fan.
Yes. Oh, not reality.
You
Oh, that's
fucking
even
may
worse.
be a weird
That's even
fuck
worse.
like that, but no.
Oh, I am. I'm the one talking to underage kids about BDSM. Is that it? Think about yeah. That's what I'm
No,
getting
you're-
Two things.
I'm the weird fuck.
Not a fetish. No.
Two things.
No.
Let me chime in here because I got two things I wanted to go over. First off, I got to read off Norton Sign's super chat where he said he is
Yeah.
admitting on orbiting Mint, but he was not trying to teach her BDSM for sexual purpose, right? I imagine a thinking emoji
Right.
would go there. But two,
Yeah.
you said she needed to know this if she was going to get into a relationship with somebody and do the BDSM shit.
Yeah, no.
Who was it going to be? Was she saying she was dating someone, that she was
No
going to date
fucking
someone?
idea.
Was it going to be you?
I would certainly hope not.
You clearly hoped otherwise.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. I am in no shape to be doing BDSM.
Well, you just
Hey,
admitted
hey.
that you're like attracted to her.
Yeah,
Like,
you
you're
just
so
admitted.
inconsistent.
Who are you fucking kidding?
And
Like, dude, like, just be honest.
All right.
Fine.
this is me being honest.
I mean,
not
you
here.
say that, I don't believe you.
I don't believe it as
Do you
well.
wholeheartedly expect me to be a fucking just this horrible person?
Yes.
No,
yes,
I mean, I don't
absolutely.
think you're a horrible person. I just think that, like, we're trying to have an actual discussion here. And I mean, Like,
Yeah.
the thing is about this whole thing is that you're really downplaying how much your attraction is playing into this, is what I think. I think you're really
like
downplaying that.
Sheldon.
And you're really,
Honest to God.
hold on, Ichabod.
No.
You're really
All right.
elevating this idea that like you're doing a good service to somebody, and it's like, dude, like probabilistically, if we were to get everybody to do this and like measure their true intentions, I don't think that the majority would be. I'm just trying to do a good service for a friend. I mean, you can understand, right? Surely that this looks very not good at the very least.
Yeah, no, wholeheartedly, it doesn't look good.
But wait a minute, it's not just a concept. You're attracted to a person, but you're talking about sexual acts. Not to mention, you're explaining BDSM to a sexual abuse victim who, no less, that has something more than likely something called sexual ambivalence, meaning she doesn't have a healthy idea of what intimacy.
Yeah, which is another.
So you're kind of preying on that.
Incredibly important.
I know, but no,
Dad.
No,
yes, I know,
you don't talk to minors about BDSM. I don't even talk to. I'm very careful with how I talk to minors because there is so much shit that can go wrong. I don't talk to them about sex. I don't talk to them about anything.
Safety words, right?
You're right about that.
Yeah. You're right about that.
There are much safer people.
Oh yeah, no,
talk
she's
to about
dead ass right about it.
Leo,
in a context of it, yeah, no, everything that has been I said could be.
I'm just gonna chime in real quick and say, I'm fucking overloaded. You guys can talk to Ichabod. Just let me know when you're finished. I have to empty out my head of fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Go ahead.
You guys,
Leo, you want to
continue.
All right, Leo, you said something.
Sheldon,
what I said is there are people men could talk to that are better suited for this, and you're not one of them.
Okay. Sheldon, you would ask me something. Everything kind of got lost in the mud. What did you ask?
What did I ask? I don't remember. I'm just like, here's the thing, man. Even if you're telling the truth, and even if, which, you know, I mean, you've admitted you're into her in these logs and in this stream. So as far as I'm concerned, you're into her to some level, at some capacity, right?
Yeah, that's not.
Look, man, even if you're telling the truth about this whole BDSM thing, which is like, well, I'm just trying to do a good community service. Hold on. And protect somebody, right? Like that's your intention. Oh, in case they wind up in that situation, they'll have the information. Yeah, I get it. I understand. Even if that's the case, like, well, hold on. Well, have I misrepresented?
Because it's kind of important.
What?
Normal people, I don't do that. Mint is mint.
Whatever, like people on the internet.
That's why.
Whatever.
Like I know the fucking concept of like.
I mean, look. I'm not saying you're walking up to strangers on the street and doing this.
No, like normally when people fucking ask, I won't even go into it. But in this particular case, Mint was a friend.
She didn't ask.
Absolutely.
She didn't ask.
Hold on. Stop.
God.
Look. If you have proof that she initiated these questions, post it.
Yeah, well, like the 50 Shades.
Except there is none.
That. No, no, she's
I
right.
told you that my mom was watching the movies. That's it.
Yeah, and
that's it.
Yeah, I understand.
Now, here's the thing. Here's what you don't get, okay? If Mint had come to me and said, well, Leo, my mom's watching, I don't know, Kingdom of Heaven. I wouldn't sit there and say, well, Mint, we need to talk about how swords are properly used because a lot of people get injured by a sword and you need to know what's important here. No, I'd say, oh, that movie's terrible and move about my life. What you did not do that. And more importantly, here's the thing. This is a young lady you know, has had extremely negative sexual encounters due to being preyed upon physically and emotionally. And your brilliant, awe-inspiring response is to try to educate her on sexual things when you have no place, no proper authority, no authority in general, and apparently no common sense wherein to do so. I don't care if this fetish is the best thing in your life. I don't care if it's to you what Thundercats is to me. You had no point. No, the point is you shouldn't have done it, you moron!
Yes, Leo.
Okay, I have to interrupt. We have a super chat from Black Tachyon. Ichabod. And he's quoting you, so he's saying this is what you're saying. I'm not saying sleep with me, but please bounce on my lap like a trampoline.
Oh, That's just bad.
And this is, of course,
That's
after
not-
you tell her how attractive she is. Yes, you totally didn't have intentions. You moron.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're telling us there's no intentions, guys. There's no intentions. Here, little kid, I have a big attraction to you. No intentions, though. Bullshit.
Yeah, because I hold
Go
on,
ahead,
I gotta
Chambers.
let me say something because I'm gonna cut and go because I'm gonna grab
That's
some with
fine.
my husband.
Yeah.
We're gonna chill.
Yeah.
So pretty much at the point, Ichabod, you know my rules. You are demodded because I'm not dealing
Yeah,
with
no,
this shit.
that's understandable.
Demodded. I'd kick him out of your
No.
life.
Yeah,
All right.
that would also be understandable.
That's fine.
I just no, but trying to educate a sexual abuse victim on sex. Number one, you have no idea what the fuck you're doing.
Okay.
Number two,
one. No,
No,
pause.
shut up.
No.
Shut up,
Really
Ichabod. Shut up,
fucking
Ichabod. Let
No.
her finish.
no,
Let her
you have
finish.
no idea what the fuck you were doing. You're not a sexual abuse counselor. Sexual abuse victims, they have such a fucked up perception of sex, whether it's overdrive and none at all.
Mhm.
You have no idea what you're doing with because just
Thank you,
from my
James.
own experience. Again, no, I'm not a health professional, but from what I've been reading, sexual abuse books for victims, you have no idea what you're doing with her. Don't, god damn, I need to fucking go. I've had a bad night, and
See
I
ya.
just no, you're done.
Have a good
night.
I'm done.
Back chambers.
Yeah, fair enough.
So,
No.
so BDSM professional
for
counselor on
fuck's
sexual
sake.
victims. You wanna talk about your friends now who are also
Can I,
completely
Jace?
sexual-
Can I cut
Oh,
in
go
with
ahead.
something?
By all means, go right ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ichabod,
Yeah.
when you removed buttons that night, did you ever actually have full intentions of never speaking to her again on my behalf? Are you sure about that? Because I find
Yeah.
it very fucking hard to believe if Buttons is running around constantly telling people that you guys are together, and there's all this shit, and you're just constantly lying. I don't even know what to fucking believe. I highly doubt that you actually fully intended to never speak to her again, just because I wanted you not to.
You also lied to everyone in Barrel, saying there was nothing going on when we have logs that prove you to have been interested in each other. You're a liar.
And you
That's
also
been going
lied
on.
about not being a fan of hers, not being her friend. You're telling everyone else that, oh, I'm not, I don't like Buttons that much. But then to Buttons, you're doing a completely different story. So what is it, Ichabod?
Why are you
What's
such a
the shit
liar,
going on?
Ichabod?
Well, at this
What's
point,
going on between you two?
No, wholeheartedly, I am more or less Button's friend at this point.
So
As
so
opposed
all that.
to cutting her off, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why didn't you say that earlier? You were lying to us about you not being.
Oh, yeah, and this is the person you said that you can't stand, you hate being around.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
remember
come on.
that? Remember that? Yeah. You remember that, Ichabod, or are you going to say that that's
Oh, yeah,
fake
no,
news?
I remember that.
Oh, you remember that? Yeah. Oh, how quickly things have changed. So how quickly did your rock hard dick change up to mint change from I was just trying to educate her? How things quickly change, don't they, Ichabod? You fucking liar! You fucking liar!
Jesus fucking Christ.
You degenerate fuck! You degenerate fuck! I have a daughter. I have or whoever the fuck you got over there. Yeah, I hope they fucking take him away from you. You sick shit. Oh shit.
And then there's the thing with all the ship art. If you were super serious about Buttons not drawing ship art, then you would have fucking told her, like you said you did multiple times, to knock that shit off. But obviously you didn't care enough to tell her to stop it. Because obviously you like it or
He
something.
didn't want it to stop. Yeah, he didn't want it to stop.
Yeah, apparently.
He's into
Not only are
toothless.
you lying
He's
to
into
all of
toothless
us.
gremlins.
No, yeah, he did fucking say that, despite Buttons' looks, if she cleaned herself up, she'd probably, be someone worth dating. If I'm not quoting it exactly, but something like that.
So do you talk to Buttons about BDSM stuff?
No, it hasn't become an important topic.
Well, it's never become an important topic with Mint. You made it a topic, so why don't you make a topic over there?
Did make it a topic.
Yeah, for no reason.
But every time I
No,
try
there's
to
no.
fucking say it, you keep
Go
cutting
ahead,
off.
say it. Say it. Tell me. Tell me the reason.
Something safety.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, safety. Safety is important in it. Like, it's very dangerous. Like, you can get seriously hurt. And somebody who has a history of abuse is more likely to end up in one of those more harmful relationships.
Can you provide
So it's
statistics to
important
that?
to have that kind of fucking information.
Can you provide statistics to that?
Oh, for fuck's sake. You want me to
No,
start
you can't?
Googling shit?
Well, by all means, Google it.
So can you explain it? If it's so fucking important for her to have, why you went in depth on all this different shit when you could have just said, if you ever do look to get into that, go online, look it up, ask your family, research it before you get into it just to be safe. Why did you have to be the one?
And how does saying, "Hey, baby, I'm falling for you," do any services to the safety aspect?
She needs to be aware of what people will say when they want to get with her.
Oh, for Christ's sake. No.
One more point to further close this point. It's that, even if you could have said to her, hey, if you ever get into this situation, I'm open to discuss it. But you didn't even say that, right?
How often do people?
You just went into it, and my theory is you went into it because you're interested in some capacity, right?
Well, admittedly, but the potential concept of a romantic relationship with men was, I was interested in that concept. However, a BDSM thing, no.
Let me ask you a question. Let's pretend Minhart's 18 right now.
No.
No, just hypothetically, it's a year in the future.
No, the answer.
Okay, it's not Minthart, it's somebody else, but so wait, you're just going to refuse to engage in the hypothetical. That's what you're going to.
No, it's not that I'm refusing to engage in the hypothetical.
Well, you are, because you're like, no, she's not.
Right.
Let's not use Minthart.
Stop, Sheldon.
No. You can use Minthart.
Saying no, he knows what you're going to.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't.
So
you don't.
It's Minthart in the future. She's 18.
A lot of information, and that takes
well, whatever. Just listen. Just let me get my point across here.
Yeah.
It's Minthart who's 18. It's in the future, and she's engaged. She's agreed with you. She's consented fully to engaging in sexual acts. Would you want to engage in one of your enjoyed pastimes sexually, which is BDSM stuff? Would you enjoy doing that with her?
No, that's.
If she was consenting,
if she wants to do it.
If she was consenting,
too much into it. It's fucking dangerous.
So
sometimes.
you don't mind. So you don't mind talking
Hold up, cut out.
But
well, let him finish. Let him finish.
You don't. My point is,
you don't mind.
You don't mind.
Yeah.
You don't mind talking to an underage kid about it, yeah? When they didn't ask for your fucking services in learning about this shit, but you will not in consenting adult. I smell bullshit. I smell massive amounts of bullshit.
Young and inexperienced? Yeah, no, you don't do that shit. Somebody will.
Well, what if she said to you, Ichabod, I want to get into this, and I know that you've given me useful information, and you know what you're doing, so I trust you.
Say again. Sorry.
Okay. What if she said, Ichabod, I want to get into this, and I'm coming to you for that because I know that you seem very well educated on it, and I know that you have my safety in mind. So then, would you?
Would I give her the information?
No, would you sexually engage with her if she was 18 and if she wanted to do that?
You can't do that shit if they don't have the information. They will end up in a situation where they're
are you fucking high right now? Dude, I'm saying to you, you would be there to show her. So then that by extension means you would give her the information. I mean, dude,
you can't do it like that. You have to give the information first.
You need to pass the test.
Then you sit down and have a coffee and give the information first, then you do it. How about that?
Holy shit.
Too much shit into it. It's not safe.
Oh
my god, you're such a lying fuck. You're such a lying fuck.
Dude, if I had this sexual fetish for BDSM and there was a chick I was attracted to, I would be saying right here, fuck yeah, I'd do that with her. What the hell are you smoking? What are you talking about?
That's the kind of person that ends up hurting somebody.
You're just hold on. It's not about anyone's danger. You're so fucking stupid.
You're the type of person who winds up hurting somebody.
I do want to make a point here in Ichabod's favor. Sheldon is going to shoot up a school.
I'm feeling it right now. Jesus, fuck. Come on, dude. You're not this dumb.
It's not nothing to do with being dumb. It has to do with
dude. Okay, look. No. Listen. You keep bringing it back to danger and education. We've already solved that issue by saying you will sit down and have a coffee with her, and explain it all. Okay, so there should be no reason that you should be concerned about any major risk because you do know what you're talking about. You are experienced in this.
I know what I'm talking about, but that's not
Yes.
the point.
Oh my god.
There is so much.
You're just dodging,
There's
dude. You're
so
just
much
dodging.
crap.
You're just dodging.
Time and patience and fucking going through all the bullshit. Are you saying that sometime in the future?
No. I'm saying hypothetically. I'm saying this is not real, and I'm clarifying it's not real for the audience.
Hold on.
Let me finish.
Let him finish.
Okay.
Yeah.
A consensual relationship way into the future where they have all the relevant information and it's something that they want to try.
Yes.
That's not a bad thing. Yeah, no. I would do my best to do that.
But would you enjoy it in the sense that that is your fetish? You do like BDSM. What do you mean,
neutral.
What do you mean, What do you mean,
What do you mean? What do I mean? I'm not super into BDSM. I just have a lot of
pretty fucking in depth about it.
Well, hold on. Time out. You're not super into it. That's garbage. This entire reason why you and Chambers had your initial rift is because you are very much so into it, and you took offense to what Chambers was saying about it.
Yeah. Is it a fetish? Not my particular one.
Then you wouldn't have gotten so doggone offended at what Chambers said and left. You're lying through your gap in your teeth.
Fucking wrong, Leo. That's why I was pissed off.
Either she's lying, or you are.
No, don't get me wrong. Yeah, no, wholeheartedly was I offended at the concept because I do engage in BDSM. Now,
but you don't enjoy it.
In other words, you like it. That's the point. You like it. Holy fuck!
Yeah,
this is pretty amazing. Jesus.
Like it's more people that have gotten in relationships with me like it, so it's something I learned, and I do it sometimes.
Let's stop now. We've been going down this fucking tunnel for ages.
Yeah,
let's move on.
I think people have made up their mind at this point, whether they want to leave Ichabod or not.
Yeah.
Leo, you're spearheading this, I guess, due to the sheer anger you're feeling. What's another good subject, if any?
Well, here where I can jack.
No, here's my final word on this. Ichabod, you're a lying, worthless, cowardly, predatory, orbiting piece of garbage, and I will say this again to your face. That if your child grows up having never known you, it would be a blessing that you go to your grave having never interacted with that child in a way she'll remember. Because you have proven yourself to be as worthless a father as any deadbeat that's ever existed.
Wise words.
And you are going to stay away from Mint. And you're going to get out of any circle we all keep because we want nothing to do with you. You weak, pathetic piece of garbage. I don't know when you're going to die.
But I'll drink to your death.
Soon?
No. I'm not going to hope it soon. Right. I'm going to hope that you have at least some inkling of repentance before you do go.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
And that's all I'm going to say about this. Get bent, Ichabod.
Yep. Are we saying final words, Vida? Is that what this is?
I just want to say I'm a little bit burnt on the Ichabod thing from what I just experienced, but this here is what set off the warning sirens in my head where I'm like, I can't trust him because of this kind of, when you argue with him on this shit, the way he moves around, it just fucks with your head. Like, what is this? This has nothing to do with anything, or this isn't answering my question, this kind of shit. Yeah.
It's evasive. That's evasive.
Okay, you admit you're being evasive. Okay.
No.
Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. I'm evasive, but I'm not evasive.
No, I am wholeheartedly evasive.
Good, because you better start evading me, Zachary, because despite what you say, you couldn't take me on the best day you ever had.
Oh, yeah.
No, probably not.
I don't know.
Immediate cucker. Yeah.
Listen,
what a cuck.
No.
What a cuck. What a pussy cuck.
You're a pussy.
How do you have a child?
Leo could
how do you have a child?
Not that it's shocking. Shit. I mean, you've said it many times in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been fucking too goddamn secret
Cock.
about it. I could
Cock.
Let's
not-
keep it rotating here. Sheldon,
Yeah,
last words?
no, go ahead.
Well, I just think it's hilarious on both Mintheart and Ichabod's side. I mean, you have on the one hand Ichabod, who's expressing this romantic and sexual interest in the 17-year-old, which, you know, it's like, come on, dude, you could do better. What are you doing? Holy
No, he
fuck.
can't.
It's
Let's be
creepy.
honest. No, he can't.
creepy.
No, he can't.
No, I think Mint could do better.
No, I think you could do better for sure.
Oh.
And then you have Mintheart on the other side, who has gotten into this multiple times, and we went over that, and it's all just hilarious to me because it's so ridiculous. And you people are fucking weird, and I fuck you. Holy shit.
Okay. Thanks, Sheldon.
Jace, final words?
So awesome. I agree with everything Sheldon have said so far, but I do want to double down on the point that I don't believe you, Ichabod. There's no reason for anybody to believe you because you lied plenty of times about several things. I do believe you were trying to groom her into a relationship with you because you're a disgusting piece of shit. You're a horrible father. You know, hopefully, again, like Leo said, your child will never let to know you because, I mean, a guy who teaches their kids BDSM, I don't think that's a great way to raise a child. I don't think it's any way a great way to raise a child in any way. Yeah, you're a disgusting piece of shit, and you and Buttons deserve each other. You can kiss her on the boo-boo head when you're reading her bedtime stories when she's pissing in your mouth. You can have a good time with her.
All right. Was that everybody or?
Mint, do you have any final words? You could choose to or not.
Yeah.
I think she's gone.
No, no.
Oh, okay.
Don't ever talk to me again.
All right.
Oh.
Don't.
Fair enough.
I can't believe you, Ichabod. Honestly. You...
No, like, yeah.
No, don't fucking say.
Yeah.
Do not say anything. Shut up.
Okay.
All right.
Leo's right. You're just a piece of shit. I'm with Jason Sheldon. This is fucking stupid, and you're a fucking idiot. And I never want to see you again. And do not ever fucking contact me.
Okay.
Rough.
That
Ichabod, any final words for us?
Like, I didn't know I was being a dick. I'm sorry, but that it? Y'all ready for me to head out?
No fucking regrets. Holy shit.
Hit the road before I hit you, Zachary.
Go!
Yeah. Hey, I'm just here for like 5 seconds. What?
Shut up.
Fuck off, Stalin.
Oh, okay.
Well, fucking
Wow.
Christ.
Wow. Cool. That was great. Wow.
That was great. That was a great night
That
spent.
was
together.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're still
drained the
alive?
Fuck out of. We are still alive. We do have a little bit more to
All right.
discuss.
Oh, okay.
Mint, we've already talked about this with the Leo, and although I'm a little bit hesitant to agree with it, I think there's better ways to handle it. I completely understand the concept behind it. Apparently, you're just gonna dip off the internet for now because this just keeps happening. Am I correct?
I have a couple of art things to finish up, but once those are all taken care of, I'm gone.
Okay, well, let us, because I'm curious about that. What do you think? I'm not saying that's a bad decision. God knows a lot of autists in this room could benefit from fucking off of the internet for a while.
Absolutely.
But what do you think will fix? What do you think that will fix?
In all honesty, I don't know.
Okay. What are you gonna do in your spare time outside of the internet?
I still probably gonna draw. I'm just not gonna post anything. I probably gonna take up more reading.
Mint, how long do you have before you're 18?
That's a good question.
Before I'm 18, it is September. My birthday's in June. God, I can't fucking think right now.
8 months. You got 8 months.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, before you dip off the internet, you gotta start figuring this shit out. This is fucking ridiculous at this point. I mean, imagine in your adulthood, you're earning your own money as you're working.
Interjecting briefly here, she was going to therapy and talk about all of her past
Good.
issues. The big issue right now is her mom fucked up insurance, so she can't get a hold of therapy anymore.
Okay.
That's gonna be handled after she moves out.
Well, my point is not necessarily on therapy. My point is on like just yourself.
I don't think this is something she's gonna be able to work out herself.
Okay, that's fine. Point is that if you don't fix this when you're an adult and you're earning your own money, you're gonna stop being scammed for sexual shit by predators online, and other people will start scamming you for money or other shit. So you need to start getting to know better. You know,
I know,
it's
Jace.
fucking.
Or the same kind of sexual shit will happen, just not online.
Or maybe, yeah, exactly. Maybe, and it will have completely.
Even if you're
different
18,
parameters.
you're gonna start falling for these 60-year-old weird fucks, and then you'll be in real danger.
And the worst part about that, you won't be a kid anymore, so nobody's gonna come out and shit talk these people like here.
Well, it's not like we're white knighting anyway. It's just that the fact that
it's fucked up because
it is
underage, so more people will come out against it, but that's not gonna happen in real life.
Yeah, exactly. And you'll be on your own. There's not going to be a barrel room to protect you. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like, we're not going to be there. So you got to start figuring this out yourself. So hopefully you can get a hold of that therapy soon. To me, I think your solution is very easy. And maybe I'm underplaying the whole mental issue you might have with this, but I go like, at the end of the day, again, you should be able to detect this type of shit. But there's clearly something getting in the way of that. But, oh well. Hopefully you'll fix it and won't end up some shit. Go ahead.
Of course, stay in touch with Leo since he's handling the GoFundMe money.
True.
My fucking DMs are always open if you need to talk to anyone about anything. Because I know you had a shitty home life and all that. And I doubt Leo will be able to help with that very much.
Yeah. Beryl is always open to anybody. So if you have quarrels, if any of you, by the way, viewers, if any of you guys disagree with what we have said to Ichabod here today, by all means, come into our room and tell us how wrong we are.
There's someone in the chat called Good They / Them, kind of shitting on me. They said, "Get out of here, you dumb dog." So if you have an issue with me, come on into Bear. I will fucking fight you.
They were talking. They said that during when Ichabod was being told to get out.
Are you sure about that? Because
Yeah,
they said they tagged me, said, "What the fuck, man?" I don't know.
Yeah, no, this was over the course of the stream. These are in regards to different.
Are you sure about that? Let me get John Cena up in here. Are you sure about that?
I was watching the fucking chats rolling.
I don't know, Vida.
Shut up, bitch.
I'll still fight. I'll fight you too.
Well, whatever. If they have an issue, they can come in here. If not, then it's all good.
But yeah, get therapy. Leo will help you move out and all that shit. Figure out where you're gonna move to and all that. You do have 10 grand.
Can I move into space?
I mean, I don't think $10,000 will get you there.
You can move to Uranus.
God fucking.
God damn it, Jace.
But yeah, figure all that. That $10,000 will, even though your mom's not giving you any of the money you're working for, it doesn't matter. You got 10 grand. You can use that to get out and make sure you have a job lined up wherever you're going. You'll be fine until you can get on your feet. You have that luxury, and most people don't have that. Is that everything?
All right. I think that's it. Yeah, I believe that is. Anybody wanted to give final words to everything that happened here?
I do want to let Mint go ahead, since you're going to be dipping off the internet. You can say whatever you want to the people, since you're going to be dipping after this.
I guess the only thing I have to say is bye. There's not really much else I can say. I won't be posting.
It's Beans, by the way. They, them is Beans.
Yes.
Beans can fight me. I'll fight Beans. I don't think I will.
How dare you fight Beans?
Definitely after you're 18, but once you've gone to therapy, you get all that shit fixed up, you're better equipped for that shit. Feel free to pop back online because you're good at that point, but just until
I don't know if I will, honestly. I'm kind of sick of all of this, sick of doing this song and dance. I'm sure Leo agrees. Very sick of it and tired of it at this point.
Very.
It's the internet.
I'm drained.
You'll be back.
Maybe, I don't know. Honestly,
We'll talk about it, Mint, because we got to find a better way to keep you safe, and you've got to be more open and honest with me specifically.
Or do the thing about telling me, and then I'll handle it. We talked about that, Leo, since you can be, to a lot of people, a little bit tough to approach.
Wow. Friendship is magic, everybody.
I know, right? Allow me to give everybody a last update on the Ichabod situation. We have now officially all been kicked from Ichabod server.
You are correct. I was kicked.
Wow.
Actually, I got kicked while somebody, I think it was Sheldon, was.
No, a bunch of other people from Barrel also got kicked. If you can
I'm so sad about it. Like, fuck.
Oh right, Nord was acting about the Buttons Ichabod stuff. Leo, did you have anything else you wanted to go on about that? Since we went over briefly.
No, I'm kind of burnt out, man. Kind of burnt out.
Yeah.
Leo, those were new levels of anger that I heard there.
I expect better from somebody close to my age. This is unacceptable.
It probably didn't help. He was one of the few people who came onto stream and tried to argue his points and dodge on something like this.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate cowards, and I hate passive-aggressive ones so much.
I never got an answer to why, except that I thought it was helping. That I don't take that as an excuse.
You can just.
Well, it's pretty obvious why. But yeah.
It's pretty obvious.
If you look at his situation, everyone he dates has some sort of mental issue, and he keeps trying to get more and more people. So he's clearly just going for those he knows he can get,
right?
And trying to get like a fucking harem going, basically. Anyone he can get.
A harem full of retards. How fucking accomplished and exciting.
Can you imagine? Dude, you walk into your harem and it's just on every side.
Exactly.
I call my my harem system of a downs. I think that might be a good place to end up off on. I'll see you guys next time. Like, favorite, and subscribe.
Of course.
We'll have a better thumbnail up here soon, too, because I got it finished.
Yeah, I would have changed it, but Jesus fuck, I'm dead. It's been good chilling with you all. No, it hasn't, really, in this situation. But
yeah, we fucking hate you. Don't think we like you.
Now you gotta find somebody else to talk about D&D with. God damn it.
Are we not live anymore?
We are backing out.
Okay, I'm going to drama then.
Dab.